Bad shit. And look at that shit.
Action to see what that looks like. To have wealth.
So what's it?
Are you talking right now?
economy if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do is to a T. And only other Connor hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really one for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be economy if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000.
All right, what is good? Welcome in, welcome in.
Now wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather. Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us.
Alrighty.
Reservations for 20 at Coast.
How y'all doing?
Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision.
How we doing? Happy Wednesday.
But keep it humble for the juxtaposition.
What it do? What it do?
Night with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming again.
All right, I think we're good.
Talking in the public opinion. Yeah, at different functions cause I'm functioning different. Hey, one time cause I had to prove it to myself.
Okay, I'm good. What is good, everyone? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another New York session. All right, what up, Energy? Only bands in the house. Mr. Playbook is here. Z Gamer in the building. Let's go. Let's go. I wasn't bored enough. I wasn't bored enough. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. What up, J Coop? How you feeling? How you feeling? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Price Action Kev in the house. What is good? What is good? What up, Jake? Jake. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Well, welcome in. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome back to another New York live session. Hey, oh, whoa, whoa. Party. We'll save that till later. Spidey in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. What is good? What is good? Vivian Young. K Sourcing in the building. What up, Carlos? What's up, Frank? What's good? What up, Ryder? What up, Serge? Good to see you, man. Alta filled. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. That's me getting hit at BE. Yep, that's hitting BE. Yep. 3 ants in the building. What up, Valerio? What's up, Cole? Good to see you, man. The big M is in the house. What up, Vishon? Great to see y'all. Great to see y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. Happy Wednesday, man. Good to see you guys. Welcome in. I think I'm good to go. Let me just check my stuff over here. Yeah, I think I'm good. All right. We good. See Melly in the building. There he is. What's good? The Panther Zone. I like it. I like it. Nice names here today. Nice names. All right, let's go ahead and get started, my friends. I would love to share some gratitude and pray over you today, and then we'll begin the sesh. All right? Y'all ready to go? Game time, baby. Let's do it. Father God, we thank you for another opportunity here to gather together to just help one another, serve one another, be there for one another. We thank you for shining a light on our path here and blessing every single stream we show up to. Lord, I pray over your people today that they would just be blessed, that they would just see the vision crystal clear in the season that they're in, and that you would light up the path for them. So we thank you for it, and we just give you all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Let's do it. All right, happy Wednesday. It is, I thought it was Tuesday. But I guess it's Wednesday here. Yeah, so happy Wednesday to everyone. Let's go ahead and get into it. Today is the 22nd day of April. Yeah, April. So what the heck? Where'd the month go, right? Where did the month go? We are basically creeping towards the tail end of the month here, and it's been a phenomenal month so far, and we will keep it going here, right? Let's keep it going. Again, today's Wednesday here. We don't really have much going on in the news. You got some crude oil inventories a little bit later, around 10:30. That's in about 2 hours. So we'll be here for that, and we should get some volume off of that news. But other than that, man, we are chilling, ready to follow some technicals, ready to follow some price action. If you heard that order filled from Linda a few seconds ago, that was looks like me getting hit at break even, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Excuse me, but I was able to close partials, obviously, off this celery play just a little while ago, about 7:30-ish, somewhere around there. Took this sell, came straight down, closed partials, and then it looks like the rest of it just hit me back, man. Hit me back. I would have loved to still be in this trade because I am pretty bearish for the most part. But anyways, let's get into it. Let's work our way from the daily down, and let's see what we can come up with here today. Almost got my full loss back, but not yet. So we still got plenty of day to go, a full session ahead of us. So let's get ready here, man. Again, another day for us to be patient, to be disciplined, and take the best trades here. So you guys ready for a breakdown? I think the music should be good. I'm going to lower it just a little bit in case it's not. Let's see here. That should be good. Clubhouse, what do you think? What are you thinking? Did I take a win? No, I took a loss in Asian last night. Loss in Asian. I just got back maybe half of it or so. Yeah. Okay, we're good. All right, let's do it here. Let's talk about gold, and let's talk about the daily and work our way down here. So we do have a bearish closure, guys. If you remember yesterday, we were still stuck in the range that was currently above here, right? So was kind of just consolidating in that zone. Really wasn't able to do too much, right? We didn't have much decision. You did have a beautiful candle that broke out, right, of the range here, but ultimately just, you know, close with no top wick. This next candle moved down, close with no bottom wick, right? And then the confusion just began from there. So price wasn't really able to do anything here. Here we had that gap right there, and then yesterday's candle was the candle that stepped up and made a firm decision and said, hey, you know what, I'm breaking out of the zone, I'm going to close below the range. And therefore, with that being said, I am pretty bearish for the most part here today. I believe that this could be our top wick, retesting our ranges perfectly, and if we do break that low again, you should see this wick get filled and us probably come down into this overall rejection zone down here. So we'll see about that. Let's go take a look at the 4 hour, and let's see what the 4 hour is looking like. So 4 hour is also bearish at the moment. So with that being said, with the rejection on the daily, with the daily top wick potentially being in place here, you now have a 4 hour candle that is starting to become on the bearish side as well. So you do get resistance that has been formed right here, and we are starting to move down. It would be amazing if we could break those 4 hour lows. You'll most likely see a push straight back down into that support, and then potentially even that wick fill there, right? That'll be the full daily move at that point. If you can get all the way down into 40, what is it? 46, basically 48, not 46.85. Yeah, somewhere in 46.85 would be the big target for today. But obviously 47.30 is the one that is right on my mind here. So let's see if we can look for some sells. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour also did close below the range here as well. So you do get a 1 hour closure as well. Daily got a top wick, 4 hour got a resistance, 1 hour's got a resistance as well with a nice clean breakout. Let's see about the 30 minute. 30 minute did close bullish, right? But we do remain below the range here. So the big problem is that 15 minute that has no bottom wick, right? That's where I close my partials. So I think in order to take some good sells here, we got to wait for that support, right, to get to break. So you got a lot of clean range moving down into this level here at 47.75. I don't know what price is trying to do here, if we're trying to move up or what, but ultimately if we can get this candle to close below, that will be our opportunity to go ahead and continue to taking these sells today off of the daily bearish bias, the 4 hour bearish bias, and then we should have no problem filling that range there today. So we'll see if we get that, but that'll be the opportunity I'm looking for when it comes to sells. Let's say we don't close below the range and we close like right here, then at that point we're probably gonna have to wait. And if we can get like a bullish candle here, you know, followed up by a bearish candle, that works as well. The 1 hour candle will be breaking its own low at that point, and yeah, off to the races we go. So the shorts are looking good. They're still looking good. I really wish I still had a runner in there, but had to go break even, right? And being at that support, closing with no bottom wick, you just got to do what you got to do, right? So this is my plan, right? And the other plan for the buys are if you do get a push down and you don't close below and you come back above here, that's my opportunity to get into the longs here today and look to take the buys, right? Because I think this would be our we wouldn't take these buys, we wouldn't take these buys with the 4 hour being bearish, but if you get a brand new support, closure back above, little type of range 2 breakout, that should be good to go. So that is it. Let's see if we start breaking these lows here though, because price might want to run downtown here. So we got a full range. It's 8:30. The only issue is this 15-minute support and these candles trying to make their way up now. So let's see if we could break that low, get a clean closure in 8 minutes, and then we go from there. Cool. If you guys are in the 1 hour sells, not that bad. Not that bad here, actually. So you just got a little bit of an issue going on with that 15-minute support that could be a little troublesome. So just keep your eye on that. And yeah, clean range, a lot of clean range here, right? If we go even lower, you got more clean range coming all the way down into 70-40. So if the 4 hour wants to make a big move here today, I mean, this is basically what you're looking at in terms of ranges getting filled, right? You got this whole zone here and all the way down into there. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll be here for it though. Yeah. If you got sell stops on the 1 hour, best of luck. I'm gonna wait this 8 minutes out here and go ahead and look for this breakout. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. But nice little move here. Anyone take the celery play at 7:30? It was pretty easy, pretty clean. Yeah, you had a 4 hour bearish candle, daily top wick in play, so look good. All right, let's look at silver here as well, and let's see what we can come up with on silver. Let's see if it resembles gold in any way. So it does in terms of the daily time frame. So daily time frame as well was ranging for a little bit. You had support, right? You had resistance. You now got a breakout. There's clean range moving down to the left. A little issue maybe right here, so we'll see what happens with all that. But all in all, again, just like gold, if this candle is making a lower wick, I would expect it, upper wick, I would expect it after retesting this level here to make its way down, break the lows, and be able to fill the wick to the left hand side. So let's see if we can anticipate that move happening. 4 hour also is bearish here, just like gold, really getting ready to get started, it looks like, too. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is still open, so you never did get a closure below on the 1 hour just yet when it comes to silver. 30-minute candles are looking good. You got this support here though, so I would if you're not in off the 15, I just wait on the 1 hour here, right? 1 hour could potentially really give us a nice move here in the 9 a.m. Hour here. So why don't we wait on that? Silver looks like it's on the, kind of too far gone at this point to get an entry, but if we can get a closure below, new hourly candle, new top wick, we should have no problem filling this range, coming down into like 77.45 and then even into 76.750 here. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It should be a good day ahead of us. We got some pretty decent price action. We don't have much news going on at all either. So yeah, let's follow these candles and let the playbook work. Let's let it work. Let's see. I'm in silver sells off the 30-minute. Okay, cool. Nice pack runner there. Yeah, we should go down and fill that wick here now. So, yeah, good job. Good job. Good job. All right, Goldie, Goldie, Goldie. Will that 15-minute support stop us, or what's going to happen here? We were rushing down there, too. Did we break the low? We barely broke the low. There you go. Spider on the web. That's it. That's the spider's mentality. Yes. All right, let me get myself a little organized over here. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Okay. All right, I'm good. I'm good. What's up, Trey Young? What up, Flip? How we feeling? Mooney, how we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Blessings. I made the same story, but I missed the trade today that you took. I was on the bike. All right, well, that's no big deal. Hey, if I was on the bike, if I was on my bike, guess what? I would have missed it too. Right? I was on my bike. So no worries. Remember, if you're out doing something else, I mean, and you miss a move, it is whatever, I mean, you weren't there, right? You couldn't have been there. You had no control over it, so there's nothing you can do about it. What's funny is I actually missed my TP. So I was messing around with the kids in the morning, and I guess my TP I had placed like somewhere right here. my partials, and it actually missed. So and I didn't go break even, right? So I could have got hit or got stopped out really in that trade because I had to run into the other room and do something with the kids. I hit break even and then eventually, you know, got down and closed the partials there. But yeah, it happens. If you're not around, I mean, there's nothing you can do. Celery play at 7:30 was simple, you know, daily at a top wick. This is all a daily top wick here. 4 hour also created resistance. So you had resistance on the 4 hour. You had a bearish candle on the 1 hour. You had 30-minute resistance as well, and then you had that 15 celery. So you had all this clean traffic coming down to the left here, and yeah, it's easy peasy. Easy peasy, man. What do you know? Candle closed perfectly, right? With no bottom wick right at support. So it's very interesting. All right, baby, here come these shorts on gold. So hopefully it'll wait. I don't know if it will, but if we get the closure, we'll be in this. We'll be in it. Sells below here. Let me boom. Cool. All right, let's wait for the candle to close. Does the rule at 8:45 apply? It could. You know, it depends on the closure, right? I mean, if you have a nice strong closure here, if you have a 1 hour candle breaking through the lows, which you do, 30-minute, you know, still open, but that'll be the tough one. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I like it. I think the bearish volume's here, so price is most likely going to start moving down. But we'll see on the closure. You hate 8:45? I do too. Wait for the candle to close it. That's all. Do I always take a pre-New York setup? No. I mean, look, if the opportunity is there, yeah, you know what I mean? I take trades when the opportunities to take trades show up. You know what I mean? Like when I'm at the desk and a trading opportunity shows up, I take a trade. You know, that might be on stream, it might be off stream, it might be before stream, it might be after stream, it might be in the middle of the night, it might be in the middle of the afternoon, right? It's not because I took a loss or it's not because I took a win. It's simply because I was there and opportunity showed up, right? And when opportunity shows up and I'm paying attention to the charts, I execute trades, as you all should. You know what I mean? That's the part of the being a good, skillful day trader. So had I not take a loss in Asian, would I have been in that? Probably. You know, if I was at the desk and I seen the celery and I seen the 4 hour and everything, I probably would have been in it regardless. Do you think this will wick back up toward a stop loss? I don't know. You know, I don't really. All I know is that if we close below here, we'll most likely continue to fill the range. If we close above, then whatever stops are sitting above here could get hit. Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to flip now, right? All I know is if you get a closure back above there, that's where the probability starts to run high that, you know, those wicks might get taken out. Yeah. Does that make sense, everyone? Like, when opportunity shows up and you're at the desk, you take trades. When opportunity shows up and you're not at the desk, and then you come back to the desk later and you see it, you can't say, oh, I missed that opportunity. I'm so dumb. Why wasn't I here, right? Like, again, I was talking to the team in Asian session last night. Like, entrepreneurship is hard. Trading is hard. It's one of the most difficult things you're ever going to put your hand to. So you cannot be hard on yourself, right? You have to be your own very best friend, your own cheerleader at the end of the day. Like, everything else in the world is going to try and beat you up. You cannot take that punishment from yourself. Does that make sense? You got to really be rooting. You got to be on the same team. So don't beat yourself up if you see a move happen, but you weren't at the desk and now you're like, what am I doing? It is what it is. You know, you just weren't there, right? It's like missing a sale. It's like getting a sale, right? And then missing it because you didn't work that day. Like, you know, it is what it is. All right, man. We got a 15 closure, 30-minute candle still open, 1 hour candle still open. I actually like this, so I'm gonna have a sell stop here on the break of the lows. I know it's 8:45. I'll probably size down slightly here, but this looks good to continue going. The bearish volume is in, and yeah, if we break that 1 hour low again, we should be gone. So sell stops for me. My stop's going to be back in the range, roughly about like 47.70. Yeah, and then TPs are down at like 47.56 here. 47.56. So if you don't like this for 8.45, don't take it. I'm going to lower my size a little bit and get myself involved here if we break the lows. Big if. Raja doesn't wait for candles to close anymore. Yeah, he's always done that though. I feel like a lot of times he's always entered on the open of the candle. I've never really liked getting in on the open of the candle because it just gives you no sort of fight back, right? Like if you just get in here, boom, you're in. I mean, if price decides to move all the way up, you've got no fight in that trade, right? At least if like price kind of wicks up first, right, and then breaks the lows, like you've got some type of fight on your hand, knowing like there already is a top wick and you already broke the low, and you know maybe it'll come back up, but at least it's not you get in and then boom, stop loss hit. You know what I mean? So yeah. I always choose to enter on the break of the lows because that indicates that we should move down, right? The big like I said, if we break that low, then I believe that price can move down here at 8.45. But if we don't, you know, chances are we'll remain right here. And if we stay below the range, we could have still a sell stop on the very next candle. Only this time we can raise our size, right? It'll just be a little bit of a higher probability setup. Yep. Do I drink coffee? Nah, I just drink like water and lemon and salt, pretty much. And then, you know, usually like when I get on stream, I'll crack an excess. But at this point, I've already been up for like a while, so it's not like I'm cracking the excess on the way. But excess has no sugar or anything like that, so I don't mind drinking it. But yeah, no coffee for me. No coffee. Yeah, so let's see what the targets are looking like. So we got about a 75 pip target here, and then probably stops will be right around the same, 70, 75 pips, somewhere around there. Yeah. Good morning, 8-figure traders. Yeah, welcome in. All right, let's see if we can get involved here. I am in here, so probably going to be break even somewhere around 47.60, and then let's go break even, and then yeah, full TP probably somewhere down here, yeah, around like 47.57 ish. Do you mind showing us the loss in Asian? Yeah, it was somewhere over here. Where was that? It's a good trade too. Good trade. Where was it? Loss in Asian. It was somewhere. Yeah, right here actually. So we could add a better confirmation on the 30, but basically we entered in on the break of that low right there. Let me just get an arrow here. Right on the break of this low right there. Went a little bit in profit, but not enough to secure anything like that. And then price kind of popped up and stopped us out there. Just continued to run up too. It was crazy. Crazy. All right, let's see if we can get a move on here with Goldie. Can we push through the range? There seems to be lots of bearish volume in right now, so let's see if we could take advantage of it. Yeah, I think 30-minute candle probably could have been a little stronger. Yeah, but again, like, man, the 4-hour was... The daily I created a top wick. The 4-hour was doing its thing. The 1-hour closed like a super weak. Let me show you the 1-hour candle. Look at that 1-hour candle right there. Just closed like big rejection to the top side. And ultimately, you know, we broke the lows there and looked to get it down. Like there was a resistance sitting right here as well. On the 1-hour, we closed below, so decided to execute that. But it's okay. You know, it's okay. You're going to lose some trades. And as long as they're good probability trades and setups, then, you know, it's all right. All right, Goldie. Let's see what we're going to do here. Been struggling with procrastination lately. It's slowing me down. Yeah. You got to do the whole like 3-2-1 method, man. You got to act quickly, you know? Like once you think of something, it's time to act. You know, the more you think about it, the more you put it off, the harder it gets to begin, you know, and start and get into the action of it. Remember, an object in motion stays in motion, right? Object in motion stays in motion. So you really got to keep moving, right? Keep moving. Don't think of ideas and then just delay them. A lot of times, you know, again, we have not necessarily an education problem, but an application problem in the world today. So many people are over educated. They just don't apply that much, right? So you got to apply. Who separates themselves from the rest? The people who simply apply themselves. That's all. Yes. The daily candle, daily candle in Asian. The top wick was kind of formed, yeah. You had a big rejection coming off the 4 hour there too, yeah. If you go B at the candle closure, I'll probably go break even if we can get to 47.60. Yeah, if we can get to 47.60, I'll go break even. That'll basically be on the re-break of the low, on the candle low there. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Yeah, starting is like more than half the battle. Exactly. It really is, though. The issue is so many people stop. They start, they stop, they start, they stop. You know, you really just got to get in the rhythm of just going. You know, there's no more starting and stopping. That's going to hurt you, right? That's a lot of times excuses, right, is like the leading killer of all success. So it's not even failure. It's actually excuses, which is nuts. Show Asian loss again right here. 30 minute. Took the sell right on the break of that low. Break of that low for price to continue driving down, and price just popped up there. So little 30 minute resistance again. 4 hour, you know, it was bullish, but it was rejecting pretty hard. And then the 1 hour, you know, the 1 hour closed up very, very weak at that point, this candle right here. So yeah, decided to take the sell and came back on us, came all the way back on us. So one thing we could have done maybe was when that 15-minute candle closed weak like that, maybe we could have managed a position or something like that, cut half of it, but you know, it was closing below the range, which was fine, you know. So if anything's closing below, which this one was, I'm okay with, you know, holding on to it and, you know, dealing with management after at some point. So yeah, so as long as that candle closed below, it was good, and you know, price popped up on us, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, let's see if this 30-minute can get down here. We got 6 minutes on the closure. You got 9 a.m. coming up here too. 30-minute is looking great to continue moving bearish at this point, especially if we close below the range here. If nobody's in this trade, then closure below looks pretty solid. My stops are going to be above 47.70, maybe even above the 30-minute candle, 47.73. Yeah, just in case the new 30 needs to come up and make a top wick here. Change it to futures. My broker don't let me use XAD. Oh yeah, you got to use the GC. Yeah, it's called GC M6 is the contract, or MGC M6. That's the current contract. London looked like a chop fest kind of here. What happened in London? Anything? I don't see much. Oh wow, very rangy here. You guys take anything in London? I really don't see much here. Just a bunch of consolidation. Just a bunch of chop. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's see here. Why don't we do the same thing on the 5-minute entry? But I don't like the 5. I never really had much success on the 5-minute. So I have all my success basically on the 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour. So I stick to those. Yeah. I just stick to those. Yeah, it doesn't look like any good trade. I don't know. Chat, did you guys take anything in London? It doesn't look like there was much. Maybe this breakout here, but I think that was, what, 4 a.m.? Yeah, 4 a.m. So I think that was a little bit through London session. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't need all that. Thank you. My wife is the best. The very best. For instant, funded a 100K. How many MGC contracts? I would do like anywhere from like 3 to like 10, depending on the trade. Hey, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. All right. Green, how are you, buddy? How are you? Great to see you. Good morning. Got out at break even. Gonna wait for the re-entry. Cool, cool. Yeah, no issues. No issues. You got 1 minute left here, so we'll see how this candle closes. Let's see. Do we close with no bottom wick? I don't know. I got a weird feeling about that. Just a weird feeling. Let's see. Can I go over this trade? Yeah, 4 hour bearish. Daily bearish, right? Top wick in play. 4 hour got a resistance form, so it was just a break of the 4 hour low. 1 hour also closed below its range. 30-minute closed below the range. 15 closed below the range there. So everything just pointing down here. We're having some issues here at 63 though. Can we break through? Can we break through? One more break of the low should dump us down into like 56 here. Let's see if we can get it. The sell's off the 15-minute candle valid. Yeah, you're going to get a nice 30 closure here, it looks like, too. Nice 30-minute candle closure below the range here. So we'll see. I'll probably go back into drawdown a little bit, most likely in this, but everything should be good. All right. We'll probably go back into drawdown, but ultimately 30-minute candle needs to make a top wick here. We got a strong 30-minute closure, so we'll see what happens here. Yeah, 1 hour candle also closed strong bearish. Yeah, I did the 5-minute for a while. Yeah, especially when I was coming up in the game. I think I lost like 30 grand just trading the 5-minute, and I didn't really have 30 grand to lose at that time, right? So it stings. Can you add? Yeah, so you can add the trade here now if you guys want to get in, maybe on the break of the lows, or Yeah, everything looks good to continue moving bearish here. So yeah, probably no more break even here for me now though. Probably more so like around here. Dun, dun, dun. How do you trade all time frames? You don't trade them all. You just get little hints from all of them. You know what I mean? You get little pointers and stuff. So yeah, every single time frame is going to give you a little bit of a story, and it's just your job to read that. You know, to read that story and to get familiar with what each time frame is sharing with you. You know, so in today's case, you have a daily candle that is bearish, right? Strong bearish closure. Price already made a top wick. That top wick came right into this zone right here. If you look left, right, tapped into that area. So daily top wick is potentially in play. 4 hour also now has a resistance, right? So how does that daily top wick get formed? It gets formed by these 4 hour candles moving up, and now it's starting to reject. So that's that last 4 hour candle here, right? So now we know, okay, daily bearish making a top wick, 4 hour now closing bearish, right? Giving us a resistance now. So we know we got a resistance there. Now we look at the 1 hour, we see, okay, the 1 hour candle also closing very strong bearish, pointing down. 30-minute gets a closure below here, below the range. There's clean traffic to the left here. I am going to take some partials. Yeah, right here, by the way. So thank you, Linda. So we'll take some partials right there. We'll do this. We'll move stops to break even. And yeah, so that's that. And then, yeah, the 15 looked good. You know, we got that closure, lovely closure right there. And that's where I got in. So it was 845. So I sized down a little bit, but ultimately, you know, price is on a mission. I can tell, right? It's coming down to fill this range right here. Should be good down into like 47.56. And I'm telling you, if we break there, we're going to go even further today. So should be an interesting push. I still got partials. I'm still in the trade. So we'll see what happens from here. Cool. Good explanation. All right, let's see if gold can rip here today. But I am break even. I did close partials, so if anyone was in that, congratulations. W move. Let me get a picture from my dada. Got to make sure I check in with dada. Yeah. Copy. Okay, cool. All right. Any other questions on that trade? I mean, pretty simple. Pretty simple. The one thing that bugged me about this trade was the 845, but if you got in on the 9 a.m. candle, great job. I was just testing you guys. I wanted to see who was just going to jump in because I jumped in, and who was going to stay out like a real G because they didn't trust 845. All right, let me just mark this up here. Get my journal. Perfect. All right, all right, cool. So now let's see if we continue down. We got a lot of volume dumping into the market now throughout this New York session. If price wants to really move bearish today, we're in for a ride here. So hopefully our break even survives and we can, you know, continue moving bearish here. New York Open, yeah, the volume tends to kick in around like 9, even after like the streams. If you guys have noticed, we've had some good opportunities, you know, a little while after like 11 a.m. Yeah, recently. I had a mark before the session, so would have been rude not to take it. There you go. What's up, Connor the Great? Welcome in, G. Welcome in. Welcome. How about getting some more confirmation from indicators? You know, if my P&L wasn't so good, I probably would. But since I'm green almost every single day, you know, I don't really seek much more. All right, Goldie, let's get this push. Let's get the push. I think we got more room to go. I think we got more room. Can you explain why I went break even when I did? Well, mainly because we're kind of filling the range now, you know. So this is the range that we were kind of looking to fill. So now that we're filling that range, yes, it's pretty wise idea just to get break even done. Yeah, and close partials at that point. What trade did I take in Asian? It was over here. It was a 30-minute onion, pretty much. Break of the low right there I got in. So got in on the break of that low, and price drove down a little bit, but then popped up and stopped me out. It popped up and stopped me out, man. It's messed up. Yeah, take your partials. Yup, do what you got to do. If you want to let it run, let it run. Whatever. Whatever's clever. But yeah, I got to listen to the charts here. So I did take my partials as we tap support, and if we want to run now, we run. Yeah, you're welcome, Tony. You're welcome, brother. Absolutely. I'm happy it's becoming real for you. I'm happy a lot of you guys are starting to see results in your trading, and you know, it's starting to look good for you, right? The skies are starting to clear, and you know, all is clearing up for you. So congrats. You know, it just takes a little bit of repetition. You know, that might take a year, 2 years, 3 years. I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, if you want to be a great trader, it's definitely going to take a lot of time. A lot of time. I'm nowhere near a great trader yet, and I've been doing this for, you know, almost 7 years now. So it takes time. Good loss because it kept pumping. Yeah, it was a good trade. I think maybe this 30 closure could have been a little bit better. When I look back, it really barely closed below the range there. So you know, that was kind of the one thing I was looking at after the trade. But other than that, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Are we getting a new video on the journal? Yes, the video should drop today. The video's done. It's an amazing video, like amazing explanation, walk you all the way through the video. It's very, very nice. So it'll drop today. Yeah, we finished it yesterday. Yeah, for those of you guys that want to get the journal, I think you hit ! journal and get it, I believe. Yes, solid. There was a 30-minute closure before 9, considered overextended. I assume you would have taken... Not really. I mean, again, you know, the 1 hour is a little bit overextended, but the 30, I mean, you had this nice clean closure below. And again, you got to really feel out the market, right? I mean, the bearish volume is here right now. It's undeniable, right? So... yeah. Yes. But yeah, there goes break even. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm out. So good job. Good trade, my friends. Whoa, where'd this come from? Great trade. Great trade. That's why we go break even. That's why we secure profits. Because anything can happen like that. So congratulations, and W trade. Take it, little 4,000, little 4K. See me in 4K. So I started the day. I started the day on my live account pretty red for the most part, but we're back up. We're back up. So you never look at any indicators, or do you have any experience with them, specifically the MACD? I have a little experience with them. When I first started to trade, I dabbled with pretty much, you know, everything, right? Just to get a feel for everything and see what worked for me and what didn't. And indicators and all that was something that just really didn't work for me. It confused me a little bit more than it gave me clarity. So I just decided to get rid of them. And I'm very, very simple guy, right? Like I like things simple and not complicated. So this system with candlesticks and ranges and volume and all that just made things extremely easy for me to understand. So yeah, nothing wrong with indicators though. Nothing wrong with the 5-minute time frame, right? It's just not my cup of tea. It just didn't work for me. So if you use a 5-minute or if you use an indicator, I mean, and it helps you, that's perfect, right? Because that's got to pay your bills, and you got to do what works. I took a breakout at 7:30, but got stopped out on the next candle. What are your thoughts? Which breakout? What time frame? What pair? I'm assuming gold, but what time frame? 30 minute on gold. Okay, 7:30 right here. You took a sell on the 8 a.m. candle, I think. Yeah, honestly, that's why I really don't trade 8 a.m. anymore. If you guys notice, I very, very rarely trade at NY Open anymore. It's always confusion. It's always wicked up and wicked down and up and out. I just have grown not to really like that time. I don't know. I used to trade it every single day, but I noticed a lot of my losses came around 8 because it looks so clear. But because it's NY Open, you're going to get all this volatility that pushes. You see, you break the highs, you break the lows. It happens all the time at 8 a.m., especially like this is where we came up with the pack runner mainly at 8 a.m. Remember, I mean, that was the whole reason that we even came up with the pack was simply because of, the wicks and stuff at that time. But, yeah, I thought it was okay. I took the celery play. I think that one would have been a little bit better if you could have executed there. I think the issue with that was your 15-minute candle closed with no bottom wick, right? So even though it looked good on the 30, the 15 had no bottom wick there, right? Because you got one 15-minute candle here, another one right there, and that closes things up. So you don't see the 15-minute with no bottom wick because if you're looking at the 30, that bullish candle right there leaves you a nice wick. Right, so now it's deceiving on the 30-minute, right, where it seems like you have a wick, but ultimately, right, there was support right here and a candle that closed with no bottom wick. So basically, I took the trade from up here, got out right around here, and then yeah, that's what happened there. So that's all. I think 8 a.m. is a little tricky, and other than that, like the setup was there and all that. So clean range to the left. I thought it looked good, but just be careful at 8 o'clock. It tends to really like grab liquidity at that time. Most of the days you'll catch me trading after 9, right? On most days. Today was a very rare day catching me at 8:45, but in most cases on the daily, most of my trades come after 9 a.m. Just recovered your loss from Asian. Okay, great. Yeah, nice. I recovered on my live account, but not here. 8 to 9 is liquidity grabs. Yeah, it makes sense. I could see it. What up, Johnny Gems? Here's Johnny. Hey, how are you? What's up, Magnus?
Yo, what's up, brother?
What's good?
How you doing, man?
Good morning.
What's up, man? Textbook.
Yes, sir. Nice clean trade, man. You seen that celery play?
Yeah, that was clean too.
Yeah. What up, Clinky?
Yes, sir. What's up?
You took it, John, at 8:45?
Great to see you.
Yes, sir. I took that 8:45.
Yeah. What about you, Magnus?
Nope, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
By the way, if anyone stayed out of that, like, good. All right. Good. You were disciplined today. That discipline's gonna go a long way. Again, I wouldn't have really executed unless I mean, look at me. I was in shorts from earlier, right? And if you heard me during the breakdown, I was very, very bearish. So, at 8:45, when you get that candle right there, yeah, it's a lower probability setup because it's 8:45, but with everything lining up, you lower your size and you get in there. So sometimes it's not that good. So I'll just avoid it at all costs. But today it was good enough to understand and, get involved in. And, yeah, lowered size, but, still took the W.
Yeah. We know price action is king, market structure is the boss. So market structure here was absolutely money. I mean, the time was irrelevant to what market structure was saying. So
yeah.
To me, it was a beautiful trade here.
Yep.
I feel like if you did stay out of that, though, like because 8:45, you should really think about structure and how it is king, and how it is, it overpowers everything else,
I think if you stayed out of that because of what you've been taught, that was a W decision, straight up, right? Because a newer trader should not have been in that, I guess. You know, maybe if I got in and you were following my lead, but I wouldn't expect you know, a newer trader to execute on that when we're teaching them, hey, you know, be careful at 845. So again, everything was so in place that you just have to execute with lower size at that point. But on most days, you won't even catch me doing that at 845. But today was a special one. It was a special one.
Special one. Yeah, beautiful textbook here.
How was London? A chop fest?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
A little chippy choppy?
Yep.
Yes, Kingston.
I think I send you a screenshot. I send you a picture, I think.
Looks so choppy up there.
Oh. That's how it's kind of
Oh,
been.
that was the whole London session right there.
Yeah, that's how it's basically kind of been for the last couple months.
Dude, yeah. The markets have been slow. Like, we've been picking them apart, like, little by little, you know. But other than that, they've been extremely slow this whole entire year, really. Yeah, the whole year.
They really have been. It
Yep.
shows though too that like it should start to speed up. You know, if we've been super slow here, you know, we should start to speed up here eventually as the conditions like to change and stuff, and it balances itself out. You know, if it's super slow, it will become high as well.
Yeah,
Become high
exactly.
eventually. You know, it will get going eventually. So
How did this man even share his
what's that?
screen?
on trade suite too.
Bro, I have no idea.
Yo, take partials, bro. Just do it.
Why
Just
did you
do it. I know you're thinking about it. I know you're thinking
that
about
TP
it.
down there ain't getting smacked.
You should probably close something up there.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
No topic there too.
That's all right. Let's watch a TT member manage this trade
Let's
here.
do it. See if he takes the advice.
You got no top
Chad?
wick. That's the only issue. If they're and plus you're at support now, you know. But
Yeah, no topic at support.
no, I think
And pretty
partial. Actually,
overextended.
partials were already taken. Yeah, partials were taken already. See the arrow there?
Oh yeah.
He's up 225. 225 on the runner with 885 down there on full TP. He's like, hold on, is somebody watching my screen?
That's so funny.
Oh,
That's
snap.
pretty cool though. Hopefully
Epic.
it bleeds off for him.
Yeah, no, this I think we're gonna sell off here. Unfortunately, we hit break even there, but I'm very, very bearish here on gold.
Facts, man.
Very bearish.
That was a crazy like wild push there. That break of the high. You saw that?
Yeah, man. Yep.
What the hell just happened?
I had to switch it back.
Nice
I had to
job,
switch
man.
it
Nice
back.
Trade. Good trade there.
YouTube chat has no idea what we're even talking about right now. Oh, snap. All right. It's because of Trump. Like, I feel like everything's because of Trump. It's all Trump. Trade seed looks pretty nice. It does, actually. Yeah, it does. Can you explain how to take partials? Yeah, you just right click. Like, I usually just right click, and if I'm in a sell, then you got to limit buy. So you got to take like a limit buy or just a regular buy in general if you want to market execute out of there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Simple.
Yep.
So if you're in a sell, it'll be a limit buy. If you're in a buy, it'll be a limit sell. All right. Well, that is that. Nice little move there. 9 a.m. really did the trick. I got in at the 8:45, but yeah, look, that could have been spooky. And as I mentioned, you know, I'm ready to go back in a drawdown there, right? And at 8:45 at that new 1 hour opening up. So you got to be prepared for that too at times. But man, the market is volatile today. Wow.
I was in it with you at 8:45, so I liked that 9 a.m. We remained bearish below the range, strong
Yeah, we
bearish
did.
too, right? So
Yeah.
there really wasn't any reason to get out.
Yep, it was a beautiful 1 hour closure too. You know, strong 2-1, two strong 1 hour candles. But again, now you're starting to come straight into the 30-minute support, straight into the resistance over here. So it would not surprise me if we end up rejecting a little bit. I think we can come all the way down today, but not before more pullbacks, you know, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's out break even now though.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, I hope so.
I have no idea.
Look what happened, man. We said close.
Oh my God, what is going on here? Let me get these guys back on YouTube. There we go.
I would definitely close there.
Yeah.
So, oh buddy,
Hopefully it took some partials.
here it comes. Sometimes I trade on my iPad. Oh, I see. It's hard to close the partials on the iPad. I see.
Maybe just close full then if you're on the iPad. Just let TP take you out full.
Yeah. Engineer 14. My guy's in deep profits. No worries, brother. We learned something there. We were learning. It was a privilege to watch a TT member, especially like Engineer 14, go ahead and get the job done. Yeah. Trade C chart looking good, brother.
I'll be.
Dark mode looks better. Yeah, it does. I like dark mode.
Yeah. Dark mode is better though. Damn, you almost got flashbang there.
Engineer 4. Yo, you open up the charts, bang! You're blind, bro. Whoa, what?
You hear it ringing in your ears. You see like flashes everywhere. Damn.
Linda's like, order filled. You can't see a thing. You're like, what?
Yo, nah, that's too funny. Back then, bro, it lit up my whole room whenever someone opened that white thing in.
That's the worst, man. Especially if it's late at night or you're in the middle of the night, bro. You just don't have time to rest.
Yeah.
Good luck falling asleep on that.
I know, right?
All right. Well, we'll wait for the next trade here. I think we continue going down. I think we might need a little pullback here, set ourselves up. 930 might push us up here. So it could be the pullback candle, but ultimately we've got more in the tank here. I think if we get a bullish closure and then a bearish one below, the sells will continue down here today. So
yeah, absolute money.
I'll be waiting.
My life is fulfilled. I appear live on TV.
Let's go, Engineer 14. And hey, and you were heavy in profits too. Like it was a perfect time to share. Like price was down here at that time, like 47.55. It just looked amazing. It almost gave me FOMO.
Literally, it did.
Like
I had a bit of FOMO there, I can't lie.
All right, chat. You have no idea what's happening. So someone on YouTube, Engineer 14, OG here, just shared a screen and it was like heavy in profit, and we were just watching it for a little bit. He didn't know it was being shared. That can get spooky. That can get spooky at times. We've seen a lot of things on Zoom. Too many to talk about. We've seen some very interesting things come out of Zoom from time to time.
Yeah.
That I'd never ever want to see again. But yeah, that trade was very nice.
Yo, that's too funny.
My eyes are still burning from one or two occasions last year.
Better don't remind me.
Sorry again about asking about the 30K loss in the 5 minute. Was it because you were analyzing on the lower time frame? Was it because you were hiding the time frame? Yeah, it was mainly what I found was I was trying to cheat the system. So what I would be doing is when where'd my tools go here? There they are. So I would try and cheat the system all the time. And what I mean by that is, let's say we were waiting for a closure below this yellow line right there. Right? And then you get a bearish candle and it closes below and I'm waiting for sells. Right? So one thing that I would do is I didn't want to enter right here, right? When I was taught to enter by the professional trader who made millions of dollars, right? So I didn't want to listen to him about entries. I thought I can do it better. Would you believe that? I thought I was a brand new trader and I thought that I can actually do it better than the guy I was learning from, who was at that point making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year day trading, right? If not millions at that point. I don't know. But so what I would do is I'd go down to the 5 minute, right? So let's say this is the 30 minute time frame, 30, right? And then over here we have the 5 minute. So I say, you know what? This guy, he waits too long to enter. He's going to get in down here. I want to get in somewhere up here. So as this candle was starting to move up, what I would do is I would go over to the 5 minute time frame and then I would wait, and the 5 minute would move up, first 5 minutes. Okay. second 5 minutes, and I go, okay, great, right? And at that time, the candle looks like this, and it's moving up, and I go, all right, well, that's got to be the top wick. It's got to be the top wick. So all of a sudden, as price comes down, right, gives me some resistance on the 5 minute, I go ahead and I'm like, all right, let me get a head start. Raja's looking to get in down here, but that's down here. So by the time he gets in, I can probably go break even at that point and be risk free, and then, you know, close whenever he closes. So it sounds good in theory, but the 5 minute is such a weak time frame that there's a lot of false breakouts, false onion, like false resistances, supports, all that stuff. So now I'm in this trade, and what would tend to happen is price would pop back up again, right? To stop me out. The 1 hour wasn't ready yet, right? And then all of a sudden now it's got a wick, and then on the 5 minute we start coming down, crashing down like that, right? So, and then I realized, you know, if I would have just entered right here, I would have been in for the beautiful push. No drawdown, no stress. Instead, I keep trying to get in up here before the teacher gets in, and then I'm out. And by the time his sell stop gets hit, it goes straight into profit, straight to TP. And over time, I just got fed up with that. You know, over time, I realized, like, did it work sometimes? Yeah. Right. Sometimes I got into the trade and I was in before Raja and I was like, ha 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 ha. Right. But ultimately it didn't. Right. Ultimately, it cost me about 30 grand learning this stuff. So after that, I just decided, you know, the 5 minute time frame has too many false breakouts, and it's not reliable, you know, in my opinion. So again, it's just my opinion, right? But it's not reliable based off of what I'm trying to accomplish, you know. And you would even get stuff like this, like you would get the candle to move down again, right? And it still doesn't break the low down here for the real sell, right, on the 30 minute or 1 minute. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're just you find yourself moving your stops and blowing your accounts, right? So it's like, it just wasn't worth it over time for me to try and, you know, time this. I find doing this with different time frames works a lot better. It's more stable. It's more reliable. I think if we switched it up and we said, hey, this is the, let's say this is the 4 hour time frame, right? And this is the 15 minute time frame, or even 30 minute time frame. I think these concepts work a lot better, and I succeed on this on a regular basis, where if the 4 hours making a top wick, I did it today, right? But, you know, everything else is starting to come down and create that resistance. I do that same concept, only it works so much better on the higher time frames versus like a 5 minute or a 1 minute. It's just too unstable down there. Too much noise, too much interference. What broker do I use for my live? Tradeovate. Tradeovate.
And it's also just like the way the system has been taught is to take entries on the 15-30 minute time frame, right? Just doesn't make sense, like, to kind of change that up, right? Like, if you're learning a system from someone else, like 15-30 minute entries, right? Don't try to make your own thing here now in the 5 minute, 1 minute. If you want this thing to be very good from the teacher, listen to him, you know, exactly follow it exactly to the T. Don't question.
Yep. So, I mean, think of the logic, right? I thought I was better. 2 months, 3 months into trading the system, thought I was better than somebody who had been teaching it and trading it for 6 years. Like, come on. You know? Right. It just, sometimes our logic makes no sense. Yeah, it's simply the ego. The ego
so
at
it shows
work.
you really you're really your greatest battle here as a trader is your ego.
It's you. You know, it's you.
It's you. Yep.
And as I mentioned, I came in the game with a chip on my shoulder, right? Because I had already created some success. I had kind of, you know, gone on this success roller coaster, right? Where my life kind of did start to take off a bit, and then bam, straight back down into adversity, right? So by the time I found trading and got back on the horse a little bit, I wanted to get back up there right away, as soon as possible. But I knew I couldn't do that. My ego was trying to get that done, but I had to slow it down, right, to speed it back up, and then ultimately it was up from there, and it's still going up, and it's up, and it's up. So it's all about slowing down, chilling out, stop trying to shortcut the shortcut, and just do what 8-figure traders do. Wow, price is everywhere today, everywhere.
No, bro. I'm glad to be out, honestly.
I'm glad to be out too. 1 hour candle still up for grabs here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the closures back below here now are pretty valid.
Fire. Yep.
Yeah, we can. This
Think so
will be
too.
like another partial, another partial area. Because again, if this 4 hour really wants to tank here, especially when the next one shows up, I mean,
Bro, that daily though. Holy smokes.
yeah, if the daily wants to come down too, just to get the daily flip, we get down to 47.40. Never mind the wick fill. All right, so
It's over, bro.
there's a lot of room to go here.
Get the shiesty.
Get the shiesties. Man,
Yeah, we
three
gotta get a
trades.
CT shiesty.
3 trades since Asian, bro. I might have to bring out the shiesty today. I used to do this when I first came
That's what we
across
do.
you, Nick. Yeah, learn not to do it. Yeah, man, I know. I think every one of us do it. I mean, it's again, it's part of the game. Part of the game. Give yourself a break. If you guys have done that in the past, or if you do it in the present, try not to do that anymore. Try not to do it. Right? Just take my advice. And again, I'm the last guy that wants to tell you, hey, stop tinkering and stop. But do what you got to do. All right. But I've done a little bit of that for you. So those are my thoughts on it. And if you want to go down that road and find out yourself, you never know. Maybe you can make something out of it. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just I fell in love with the system. Raja was such a good teacher. He explained it really well, and I don't know. I just had an eye for this way of trading, and continue to see things very clear, and we need a TT
Just get really good at understanding the system. And then once you understand it very well, you can apply it very well. It's like what Nick talks about on his podcast is, you got to learn before you can earn.
Yeah.
And give yourself time to learn. You have a phase that you're walking into phases, and the first one is learning phase, and then after you walk through that one, you can walk through the earning phase. It's so important though.
Yeah.
Because if you don't learn first, then you'll have to restart your process back.
Over and over.
You always, no matter what, you chase the earning part. No matter how far you get, you're gonna have to always restart with learning again. So you may as well just start there, rather than having to do it again. Waste time and do it again later on.
Yeah. Where the dad's at? It's the famous dad thing, You either rush your kid's toy, put it together, and then your kid comes over and said, "Dad, this piece is missing," and then you gotta take it all apart and build it all back again, or you just do it right the first time. Same thing with any mechanics, technicians, anything out here, right? If you just do it right on the front end, you don't have to take it all apart and build it back up again. You think you're saving time, but you're really not.
There's a good quote. It was like, measure twice, cut once.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're going to measure something to cut or whatever, don't just do it once, right? Do it twice. Make sure you got it, right? Make sure you got it down path. And then all you have to do is cut it once, rather than measuring it once and then having to cut it twice. So, yeah.
Wow, I always want to say that. Hey, measure twice and cut once. I feel like a man when I say that, yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like a man, a masculine man. Hey, measure twice, cut once, Junior.
I learned that one in school, I think.
Man, we almost. Yeah, you remember that one?
Yeah.
I feel good saying that.
It's so true, though. It really is, man.
Imagine me telling the carpenter that. Hey.
Construction class.
Hey, buddy. Don't forget to measure twice and cut once. Carpentry 101.
Yeah.
Oh, Raja spoke about me on his stream today. Uh-oh, I hope all good things. I hope he said good things about me.
Next word is a G.
Yeah, Raja's awesome, man. You guys know I love Raja's. Actually become a friend of mine, like even messaged me on my birthday super randomly. Last year, super randomly messaged me when Axel was born and congratulated us on the baby. So me and Raja are actually turned into pretty decent friends these days. He didn't even have to hit me. Some of my friends from back home didn't even hit me up about that stuff, right? Raja take the time and reach out to you, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, Raja invited me to Dubai. He said, "Brother, if you can make some time to get out here, all expenses on me." So, what a nice guy. Oh, snap. He was unsubscribing to other YouTube channels? I got it. And he didn't unsubscribe to mine, eh? Very nice. Very nice.
Bro, you can't unsubscribe to TT, man.
You can't. It's tough. It's tough.
Too good.
By the way, if you don't have like notifications on, what are you doing, man?
And I know Raja would love this stream because we've learned from him.
Yeah, and we
Nick
teach
learned
price
from him.
action the right way. I mean, it's a response. I personally feel like it's a responsibility to not butcher this, you know, and teach this the right way, so that way people can actually succeed, right? Like if you gatekeep and you only teach certain little things, like, you know, people aren't going to understand price action to its fullest. So I enjoy teaching this. I mean, I'm obsessed with trading. If you guys haven't noticed, right? Like this is somewhat of an obsession of mine. Like I just want to be good, or I should say I just want to be great at things that people cannot even come close to being good at. I don't know. It's just something in me. Something that wants that, you know. I just want to be really good at something really hard. So that's what kind of keeps my obsession flowing here, and I just love, you know, I just love looking at candlesticks. Oh, you guys found the channel through Raja. Yeah, nice. Yeah, let's go.
Shout out Raja too.
Yeah, shout out Raja.
Sorry, man.
Basically, you know, if it wasn't for Raja, I would probably not even have stuck it out in trading. Yeah, because it got to the point where like the systems that I was learning, I was basically running like an intraday system, and I don't know, I had no passion for it. It just, you know, it was like, hey man, wait till price gets to the moving average and the Fibonacci and the bank level, and then just from there press sell and turn off your computer and go about your day. And I don't know, I just didn't like it. It wasn't my style. It didn't fit my personality. So I was really looking for an opportunity to find something like this, right, where I can come for one session and I can do my work. I could sit at my desk. I can either get a win, a loss, a break even, and then I can be about my day, right? And that's it. That's all I wanted. I wanted an opportunity to trade, get to work, and then get off the desk to have that freedom. If you're always in a trade, you know, some people, it fits their personality. Me, I didn't want to be in a trade all the time. I didn't want to always be checking my phone if I was on a date, or if I was spending time with my kids, or if I was working out at the gym. Like, I just wanted to know, hey, I already took my trade. I already got a win, loss, or break even, and I don't even have to focus on that aspect anymore of life. I can now put my attention on these other areas. So yeah, the system is big, you know, when it comes to personality. You really got to find one that you feel like you can commit to long term. So that's just how I felt about this system here. Should we update our support right now? How often? Yeah, you know what? Why don't we do that? Why don't we do a fresh top-down analysis? Now that price has moved around a little bit here since we got to the desk, we need to just rearrange things, right? So we do have a 4-hour closure coming up in about 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So the daily time frame has created its upper wick. So just keep in mind, let me just draw some things real quick, right? So in terms of zones, right, we know we have this daily support down here. We know we have a daily resistance here, and we know we have this chop up ahead of us, right? So these are the zones, right? And then you have all that clean range and whatnot. So what has happened here is, right, price broke out of this yellow zone here, but very awkwardly, right? Candle, just no top wick, no bottom wick, hence why you see a ton of chop going on in this range. So this range made it very confusing, right, to find some sort of direction on the lower time frames, right? Because I mean, look at the right, price doesn't know if it wants to move up, down, what it wants to do. But yesterday what happened is we had a candle, this one right here, that actually closed below that range, right? So ultimately putting itself now back in this yellow range. So we have some wicks down here, which we talked about filling. I think we've kind of done that, right? At this point, we kind of filled the wick yesterday, but we have this new candle here, right? And that new candle has pushed up, made a top wick, retested that level perfectly there. So at this point now, if you get any sort of new closures below, resistance is formed, right? Selling opportunities, we want to take advantage of that, because if that candle is going to move up, right, and start to break its own low here, then very high chance we fill the wick, right? If that was a 15 or 30-minute time frame, we'd probably have a sell stop sitting right here to fill that wick and tap into this, you know, support and these rejection levels. So that's what we're looking for now. So we're pretty bearish based off of the story on the daily, right? Now we got to go to the lower time frame, like the 4 hour here. So the 4 hour candle had created resistance, right? If you see right here, we got resistance that has been formed. We have this candle that is moving down, you know, bearish at the moment, starting to reject a little bit, but all in all, we are bearish. So we will get a closure here in 18 minutes. If this candle closes doji, it's be very tough, right? Very, very tough moving on. If this candle can break the highs here, right, and close bullish, then likely price will start moving back up today, and it may have to retest these levels up there, right? If we remain bearish, then we will continue to look for those selling opportunities. So we really switch our bias or keep it in about 18 minutes when we get a closure on this daily, on this 4 hour candle. If we close strong bearish, then that means we remain bearish, right, throughout this session here today. So again, any resistances or breakouts in that clean range that we were looking at will work, right, for that next 4 hour candle to continue moving down. But in 17, 18 minutes, if this candle closes very weak or even bullish, right, with a big rejection to the downside, then we will most likely be switching our bias and looking for the buys at that point, right? So that's pretty much that. We have 18 minutes, 17 minutes to get some answers there. But ultimately, if we look at the 1 hour, we are starting to reject, right? It looks like we may break our own highs. You have a 1 hour range sitting right there at 47.72. You got resistance here at 47.86. And look, I mean, as long as we remain below, we stay bearish here, right? That 4 hour will also close bearish, and we stay in this overall range here, right? 30-minute also chopping around now, so you got a brand new support. We're most likely going to test this area here. 15-minute as well, so we can adjust our supports, put them somewhere around 47.56, and that is pretty much it. You know, we have a candle that closed on that last 15 with no top wick, so this candle may pop up and then start to close back below. So if we remain below the range, I remain bearish. If not, then, you know, we'll have to look for buying opportunities on the next 4 hour candle. But you may say, Nick, look at the condition up here. It is just really bad. What do we do if the 4 hour is bullish? Well, I'm glad you asked, right? So if the 4 hour is bullish, we are likely now to make a steep lower wick, right? So let's say this 4 hour candle closes bullish here. Boom, right? The next candle is most likely not going to go like that, right? The most likely it's going to go down first, right? So as it goes down to make that lower wick, we're going to anticipate the move up, right? So what happens if this candle closes bullish, right? On the lower time frame, let's say like a 30-minute, you will likely get a nice bearish candle to move down, do a pullback, give you a 4 hour bottom wick, right? And if that's in play now, especially if we can remain above that range, then you will likely get a support sitting right here, right? And if we can get that type of support right there, then we know, okay, 4 hour close bullish, right? This bearish move down gave that 4 hour candle a new low. If we're getting support here now, that may be where the 4 hour candle low goes to, and then we can look to have stops below here and execution right there as we anticipate that 4 hour candle coming back up like that. So does that make sense? Any questions? You see how we correlate the time frame? You see how we work in the wick and work the structure and, you know, make sure that the candles are doing what they're supposed to do on the lower time frames that lead into the higher time frames. So this is where you want to look for these supports down here so you can anticipate the buy off of the 4 hour candle from down here, right? Because by the time we get up here, we're running into all that chop again, and that's where we want to close partials, right? So we want to get our entry from down there, snipe the 4 hour bottom wick, and then by the time we break that previous 4 hour high, we can close partials, go break even, and at that point you should get a run. But if you don't, then at least you know you bagged your profits. Cool. A little higher time frame, lower time frame correlation talk here. But wow, man. Did we not close partials at the perfect time? Holy
Perfect time, bro. It was actually kind of crazy.
Once again.
These markets, man.
You know what I was going to do?
Uncertain as hell, man. Just do your thing, you know?
You know what I was about to do? I was about to get caught up in a revenge trade on my live account because I was almost going to be too greedy and I was going to let this continue going, right? And not close anything on my live because I wanted to make money and recover my loss from last night and blah, 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 right? But luckily I did close. Imagine I wasn't going to be I lost about 9,000 last night. So, or 8,000. And, between the two trades just now, I'm all the way back up 5,000. So imagine I was not going to be good with that. Imagine I would have been more greedy, right? And try to get more money just because I took a loss in Asian session or something, right? I would have been back in drawdown. I probably would have been stopped out here and got none of it back, right? And still ended up $9, $10, $11, $12,000 in the red today. So you see how greed can really get the best of you if you're not on your game, man. I'm telling you, I almost let that go. So I'm very happy I closed it.
Yes, great job, brother.
Even me, I'd be tempted, right? Because again, I could have made 20 grand, 30 grand today, but you know, that's not the point.
No, sir, man. Yeah, really sniper closes, man, honestly.
Yeah.
Literally right as I closed, that thing pushed up and broke the high. That super weird push.
Yeah, that random push.
That random push, I got out right before it.
Perfect.
Pretty surprised we're moving up here, though.
Me too. Very surprised, actually. Very surprised.
But we'll see what happens with this fall closure here. I mean, still 12 minutes.
Yep. Was there a 3 a.m. fade? I didn't take it the best. Can I get your thoughts? 3 a.m. What time frame? 15, 30, 1 hour? Which time frame? I'll let you know if you give me the time frame. Russians say measure it 7 times, cut once. That's better than 2.
7 times.
Yes, sir.
Nick, man, yet again, like, what helps us not get emotional? What helps us not make emotional decisions, like, you know, ones that you could have made, is that plan that we had, right? That plan that you stuck to in the beginning of the session. That changed everything. That eliminated all emotional decision making, right? It couldn't even happen because you had your plan. So, man,
exactly.
You're a follower of it. You eliminate that stuff, really. And here's another example, right? We see examples every day, and here's another one right here in front of us.
Yeah, you know what I thought of? So the money briefly crossed my mind, but then because I had drawn up the plan, right, and because I had followed that plan, and because that plan had paid me time and time and time again, once the thought of getting greedy and holding came into my mind, which it did, I immediately rebuked it. I immediately tossed it away. I observed it and I let it go right down the stream, and then I went back to my dominating thought, like, no, follow your system, take your profit right here at support, right? If a runner wants to go, that's one thing, but you have got to close some partials here, right? And yeah, say, hey, yo, that's what keeps you profitable, so keep doing it. So glad we did it. We sniper exited out of there.
Yes, sir. Great job. And that was the best thing you could have said, right? According to market structure, we were tapping into a support zone, an area where we could see rejection, right? Market structure basically saying to us, if we're going to reject anywhere, it'd be here, right? The best thing you said here was you listened to the market structure as you followed your plan. And that's what we got to do every day.
Yep. Why are losses always high even for a professional like you? Because I risk more than I have a higher risk than reward on my trades. That's it. You know, I'm willing to risk 10 to take 7 all day, every day. All day, every day. I will risk 10 to take 7. At times, I'll risk 10 to take 5 if I have to, right? But I will all day, every day risk 10 to gain 7. I know that I can do that 10, 12, 15 times in a row. So I don't mind it, right? So if I take one loss, it doesn't damage me at all, because how can one loss, right, of 10 combat or beat 10, 12 losses or 10, 12 wins at 7, right? It's impossible. It's impossible to like go red, right? When was the last time you guys have seen me red? Not on the day, on the week or the month or something like that. So you see the cumulative total, right, it's just impossible to beat. But the issue is most people, they don't stay locked in on playbook setups, you know? So that's why those other trades interfere with the losses that they take from trading the playbook. And then they just think, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I know what's going on. You're taking trades outside of the playbook. I was with an elite, one of my elite guys yesterday, and he's actually still taking some trades outside of the playbook. But you know what he's doing? He's marking them up. And you know his win rate? Taking trades outside of the playbook? 40. I think, what was it, Elk? Was it 47% or was it 42? Like 40. It was like 45%, something like that. So 45% of his losses came from plays outside of the trade book, or trades outside of the playbook. Right? Isn't that insane? So I know if he's doing it and I'm coaching him one-on-one, what's the chances that you might be doing it, right? And you know, we've never even worked together. So, you know, you got to admit it to yourself. You're taking crappy, sloppy trades that don't line up with any sort of system, and ultimately that's what's holding you back. It's not that, you know, your losses are a little bit bigger than your wins. It's that the stupid losses outside of the playbook take away all your gains, right? So it's very difficult to come back and be profitable like that, especially if you're trying to leave your job and, you know, count on this to work for you full time. Like, I mean, it will never happen. It will never happen for you, gang. And I want to see it happen for you. So you really got to, you know, cut that deviation out, cut those other trades out of your, you know, whatever, I don't even know what to call it. Just stop taking random trades, man. Stop taking random trades.
Yeah. Follow system, man.
Yep.
Follow system that produces positive results and your life will change.
Yeah, I said it in the play. I think I said it here too. But it's like, I got one good question for you all. You guys show up here every day. I love it. I love your commitment. I love your just it inspires me, right? That you guys are hungry to learn every day. But my big question for you is, why not just trade the stinking playbook? Like, why not just only take playbook positions moving forward? If you're going to be here and you're going to commit and you're going to commit to learning, like, you guys pay a price to be here. You know, you pay a price with your time. So do I. So if I'm going to pay a price with my time, I want to make sure that I'm going to get the most out of it, right? I want to make sure that I'm listening, learning, educating myself, and staying out of trouble, like Rafi would say. All right, that's what he means. He means, yo, stay out of trouble, dude. Don't take any random trades here today that are going to mess you up, because from what I see, and I see hundreds of traders, just journals, right? I see that for the most part, they're trading the playbook well. It's just the trades outside of the playbook that's messing them up. So chances are, if that's the case with 100 of them, that may be the case with you. But hey, what do I know? You know, maybe not.
Yep.
Maybe not.
That's why you have to think about this job differently, right? Because we have to be attached to the process, not the outcomes, if we want to see long-term results, right? So you need to change your way of thinking, and thinking that this is a job to do, right? This is a serious job to do here, where my family relies on and I rely on it too, right? So what's the job? The job is to show up and follow the system that creates good results, right? Not to chase the good results, but to follow the system that produces it.
Yeah.
Right. And what's that system here, right? Focusing on playbook setups, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's once you can change your mind to think like that, you can start to really attach to the process.
Yep, definitely. Did I take it on my live too? Yeah, I took all the trades on my live and on my funded. Yep. The way I got the loss back was simple. You know, I risked heavy on this celery right here in pre-New York today. So let me show you guys. Let me show you the process here, right? So last night we went a little lower on our size, right? Because just where we were at and what was happening and whatnot. So went a little bit lower on size here. Got stopped out, right? Took a loss. All right. Went to bed. You know, got a good night's sleep. Didn't lose any sleep over that loss. Just so you guys know. And then all of a sudden woke back up and I spotted this 15-minute celery play here, right? So 15 celery. So guess what I did? When I lost this trade, right, I was, let's say, 5 contracts. When I won this trade, I was 10 contracts. Why? Because it's a better setup, right? It's a better position. It deserves more size, right, on the trade versus this trade over here. So I put more size on this, right? And I held this thing full all the way down into that support. So that got me my whole loss back, right? From basically from last night. And then the next trade here we get involved in. And then that puts me even higher, right? Even in more into the green on the account now. So that's how I got it back. Simply a little bit lower size on the loss, right? Just because it wasn't the clearest setup. Higher size on that 15-minute celery because it's an obvious high probability setup. And then, you know, I went a little lower on this on that 15-minute breakout simply because it was, you know, the like 8:45 or whatever. So, but the celery play, high in size and holding down into that candle close there is like, that's what really helped me out big time today.
Yeah, it was clean, man. Sheesh.
It was. It
wasn't
was.
at the desk for that one, but super clean. Beautiful pack runner too.
Got a notebook on my desk, filling it with notes for every stream. Let's go. I love that. I love that. All right, where did we have our zones here? Did I mess that up? All right. So yeah, we'll see what we do. We got a 15-minute fake out potentially loading up here in about 2 minutes. We'll have a new 4-hour candle also. If we can close below the range, there's a good shot that we can potentially come down on that new 4-hour low. If we don't like it, then we wait for a price to push down and look for possible supports at some point, probably more so right around this area here. Yeah, right there. So looking clean, looking clean to the downside. We got a little observation zone going now too. So the pre-New York onion is good. Yeah, I think there was an onion there. Yep. What are my thoughts on risk to reward? I think you should have, you know, I don't think you should have like this going on, right? But at the same time, I also don't think you should have this going on that much either, right? I think you should really be honest and play the market in front of you, right? So the best stop would be here. In this case, the best TP would probably be somewhere, you know, really like right here, right? So that would be my thoughts on this trade right here. So the thing about it is I don't care. I don't care if this is a, you know, a little bit bigger than that, right? I just care where's the logic, right? If we reject it up here, plus this is back around above the range, that looks good for a stop loss. If we close below and you know, come up and re-break this low, that'll be good for the entry. And then this support right here will be perfect for TP. You know, so I don't know what RR is that. That's less than 1R, right? Yeah, 0.7.
Yeah,
so
nice. With a 75% win rate, that's a lot.
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
All day. Here.
Because again, I can. And you guys can vouch for me too if you guys have been with me for long enough. You all know I can get 10 to 15 of those to happen before I run into one loss, right? Because the playbook produces that. So again, if I get 7 times 10, that's 70, right? 70. And then you take one loss, right, for 10, right? So let's say now one loss comes up and I win 7, but I lose 10. Minus 10 from 70, it equals 60. Still very profitable, right? And then now guess what? I can go on another 10 to 15 run, right? And I do it all the time. So now guess what? So now it's another, right? Let's say 60, that's 120, right? 120. And now I lose another trade for 10 again. Minus 10. Now I'm still in the green, 110. You see how it works? But if you, and I could do it again, right? And I could take another 10 to 15 wins in a row and do it again and again and again. You see how I will almost never go back into the red by using this method. But again, most traders are not disciplined enough to never, ever, ever deviate from this process. I am, you know, so that's why I get good results. But a lot of times, like, what'll happen is the trader, when they take that one loss, right, they go ahead and get into problems, right? And they start more problems for themselves and all that good stuff. So yeah, you just got to be willing to be disciplined and, you know, stick to one way of doing it. I mean, if your boss at your job told you, hey, buddy, this is the way we do it, and you decided to do a different way, I mean, he's going to have a problem, right? So same thing here. All right, did we actually close below? What did we do here? So 15-minute candle, yeah, slight close below. Let's see if we can get a wick down here, right? Because we're most likely going to enter on the previous candle anyway. A nice wick down, because this could be the bottom wick for the 30-minute candle here, right? So 30-minute candle can wick down like this and then start to pop back up. So let's see if we can wick down, pop up a little bit, and then have the sell stop. If it wants to go right here, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, it looks like it closed right at it for me personally.
Yeah, it closed kind of right at it too. So it reminds me of last night's trade, right? Last night's trade, it kind of closed, if we're being honest, it kind of closed right above. So yeah, with that being said right there, that's probably an unnecessary loss. So I do apologize for that, but that was probably could have did a little bit better there. It looked like it closed below, like in the time. I didn't really zoom in on it like that, but ultimately it looks like we did close above. So that's probably one of the big reasons why it didn't work.
Yeah, this one actually closed above here now.
Yeah, this one closed above too, so.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
You know, I was gonna add on to that RR question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what I've learned too as well from Nick, like RR is irrelevant to price action, what price action is saying, you know. So some trades you may have a 0.6 R, but some trades you may have a 1 R, right? And like Nick said, I think you just have to focus on the trade in front of you and just manage it based on market structure and not care about the RR, but care more about the structure itself. Yeah. You know, and then over time, right? And that's why we look at RR over a series of trades, because the individual trade is subjective based on market structure, right? And over a series of trades, right, like it balanced itself out closer to 1R, as you know, we will get trades like that. So yeah, just a thought there.
Yep. Very true. So just stay outcome, you know, process focused. Don't try and be too outcome focused. I think about this. Was I when I closed my live account right here, was I outcome focused or performance focused? What thought caused me to close? Was it outcome or performance? It certainly wasn't outcome, right? It was all about performance. I needed to respect my plan, respect my strategy, and all that. So if I would have focused on the outcome, then I would have been holding that and most likely would have took a massive loss up here. What did silver do today? Nothing really. Wow. Looked like we were ready to hum down here too. Let's take a look at that 4-hour closure. Ugh. Tough. So yeah, silver's bullish now, right? So now that you got a good bullish 4-hour candle, looks nice here. So yeah, it just depends on, you know, how we can do in this. I guess this range here works, right? But you need a 4-hour lower wick first, and if you can get that followed up by a bullish closure above, I think silver could be ready to move up here today. Something like this, followed by something like this. That'll be the 4-hour bottom wick, right? And then the 4-hour should be good to move up at that point. You know, the best thing about the RR thing too and the base hits is that you end the day green way more often than you don't, right? When you take those, when you're waiting on that full TP, sometimes you're not really going to get it, right? And you're going to go back into drawdown, and not only is it going to take a bunch of your mental capacity, but you're going to have to, you know, your capital, your account's going to have to handle that as well. So yeah, RR base hits gets you in the trade, out of the trade, and that's how I like to do it. Wow, we moved down here.
Compound.
To 71. I think we could actually get down even lower today if price really wants to make a move. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. More RR equals less probability. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true too. If the TP getting hit, for sure.
And think about it too, like what are you doing, right? If you aren't taking profits based off structure, you're being greedy. You're being
taking
greedy
off
and wanting
money.
more, right? And greediness is not a good friend to have in trading because it gets you in trouble, right? It's like a bad friend in school, it gets you in trouble. So
Big trouble.
compounding profits will beat greediness always long term, right? So what you're doing when you're focused on market structure rather than RR is you're compounding profits and letting the compound effect formula work for you rather than getting greedy and getting in trouble, right? Most of the time.
Yep. It closed below on which one? GC? GC, let's take a look. Oh yeah, it did slightly. Yeah, I guess it closed below on GC. GC got the closure. Well, we're looking at MGC today. All good. Boom, boom. Do you see what I'm seeing on the 15-minute? What are you seeing? This depends on what you're seeing. What about NQ? What do we do there at 9:30? Yeah, NQ, look at this, guys. There's some red thing in the way here. I don't know what that is on the NASDAQ daily time frame, but it's red, and I haven't seen one of those in a very long time. But, you know, I mean, can we really take that candle serious, right? So most likely NQ will continue moving bullish like it's been all day here. So, yeah, let's probably continue moving up. So bullish on NQ. What do we got to the left? Anything good? Nothing? Wow. All right, we're in no man's land here. Sheesh. Closing, yep. Yeah, if you took the sell, yeah, good idea. Close some partials at that support, definitely. Definitely, I agree. Yeah, because really what we're just ranging now on the 1 hour. So the 15-minute gave you something there. If that would have closed below, I would have liked it, but unfortunately it didn't. But we're ranging, you know, on the 30-minute, on the 1 hour at this point. So yeah, if you took any sells up there, definitely close partials. Boom. Yeah, NQ up and away. Sheesh. Been seeing a lot of volume like in the afternoon, like over our time afternoon.
Seen that most moves have been happening then. Like that.
We look good though. Look,
yesterday.
we're right back to where we were in Asian.
Yeah, literally.
Going back to the year 2000. Do you have a base hit, Nick? What's that mean? We do a little base hits. What do you mean? What do you mean? Sells maybe below 47.60. Yes. Yeah, 1 hour closures below there, or really 30 closures below 47.56. Something like that. I entered the sells, but I closed when all closed above. Oh yeah, when we were talking about closing above. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it did close above. If it closed below, I would have taken the sell there. It was a perfect top wick too. If you were watching GC, then yeah, that was probably a good sell to take. Can you sell now? I wouldn't sell now, no. I would wait for this candle to close, see how it closes, and then if it still looks good for sells, then that's when you can look into taking a sell. But brother, I would highly recommend you watch the playbook video on YouTube, because like, can I sell now is just this. It's not how trading works. You know what I mean? So you really got to start learning a little bit. You don't want to just enter into the markets in these random times. I would recommend really like studying, right? Study the way to trade. Don't worry about making too much money at the moment. If you slow down for a month or two, right, and then you start to get a grasp on it, it'll be so much better than, wondering, should I buy now? Should I sell now? Right? You develop confirmations so you can really make money long term here. Close 2 contracts at support. Okay, good. Yeah, nice. Awesome. Yeah, if you were on the GC chart, it looked like that candle did close below there, so. Tips on how to pass funded accounts. Passing funded accounts is so easy. That's the first tip. Now, sizing in with your account, right? So don't over leverage. Most people, it's not that they trade bad that blows their account. It's just that they trade bad one day, and then that big thing pops up. You've blown your account. Whoever's seen it? Hey guys, we're from Top Step. Great try, beautiful attempt. You still suck at trading. Here's a discount code to try again, right? So how do we avoid getting that box to pop up? It's very rarely us not trading well long term. It's usually one day that gets the best of us, and then we end up blowing the accounts, right? So what you have to do is, number one, you have to understand like what account are you trading, and there's like a max daily drawdown, right? So you got to know those numbers. Now, size down, right? Don't try and do too much. Take the next best setup according to the playbook, session by session by session. That's the easiest way to pass prop firms. When I do that, I pass prop firms in 2 or 3 trades. 2 or 3 trades. And it's done, right? Wait for opportunity, then seize that opportunity. Don't try and get in now and sell here and buy there, or look at this guy's YouTube and because he's going to get into a sell, you're going to get into a sell. Like, really, like, figure out what playbook you want to trade. Learn that playbook to the best of your ability, even if it takes a month to study and, really put it together, and then start trading that playbook the best you can. Keep learning. There's no secret. There's no, hey, if you risk this, then you'll get it. Or if you do that, it'll be done. It's just, you got to take good trades.
Yeah, man. I think that's such a major key to being a great trader. Stop taking bad trades. Literally, when you take bad trades, it costs you in your P&L. Literally, you lose money doing that. Yeah. And just like the wins compound, the losses can compound too, right? The compound effect formula works the same way. I see it too as like, if we're on a journey and we're walking to our goal, right? Bad trades is a step backwards from our goal, right? It just prolongs the process and makes it longer. So if there's anything to eliminate, it's bad trades.
Bad trades. Bad trades will never be good.
Never.
Can we jump off the building type question? I wouldn't jump off a building, but I mean, studying trading is boring. Yeah, it is. Doing this is boring, right? Thank God I got you guys to hang out with and talk with. I mean, this is boring, right? It's a boring game. Again, from the outside world, trading seems so exciting. So when you get in, you see everything and how great it looks on social media, and you get in and you're expecting that excitement. But you ever see who's ever been with us on the session? And then after the session, you look at my story and it's like W's, profits, W's. But those of you who are with us knew that we just sat there for 2 hours, just bored out of our mind, right? To get to that trade, to get to that excitement. The problem is most people want the excitement in the waiting, right? It's going to be very boring, right? Until the dub or the trade is taken. I mean, that's what it is. But looking at that from the outside, you just think, man, this is going to be such an exciting career change and blah, 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 blah. And then you realize I'm actually just watching paint dry basically for hours until an opportunity shows up. So it's not all it's, glammed up to be. So you got to be willing to, be boring and be disciplined. And again, if you don't know why you're doing this, right, then you will never stay disciplined on the day-to-day through those boring, mundane, non-exciting activities to get to your victory. So yeah, you will enjoy the results. That's right. How to remember all the playbook setups. You only trade the playbook. The same way you remember your wife's favorite color and her favorite thing to eat. Imagine you had 9 wives. You'd be like, I don't know. Does she like spaghetti and meatballs, or does she like Italian, or does she like the Asian? You won't even. You'll be, I don't even know what this. I don't even know what she like. I don't even know what she likes for dinner, right? So when you commit to one, right, you start to build a relationship. You start to build a friendship. You start to learn about each other, right? You start to get close to each other. So that's how you do it. You get rid of all other things outside of the playbook and you start trading the plan, right? And you don't do anything that's going to go against it. Like imagine doing something wrong to your best friend or to your spouse. You wouldn't want to do that, right? Well, same deal with the playbook. Imagine going against the playbook that provides you all the money and the love and the joy and whatever it is that you're seeking, right? The success. I mean, that's just not right. You go against a plan that's been providing for you. You're like biting, it's like don't bite the hand that feeds you, right? Don't go against your trading system. Just don't do it. Yeah, and if you want, just put a whole picture up here and just I bet you if you studied it for 2 hours, you would know all the playbook setups. Have your mom or your wife or your friend quiz you. Hey, what's this one? Breakout. Okay, you get like little flashcards. What about this one? That's a celery. Okay, good job, right? I mean, it's if we really wanted to accomplish certain things, we can get them done in a day. You can know the playbook like the back of your hand if you just put them on index cards, studied them, had someone question you about them, and you answered them, it would be done, all right? And you would never have to worry about that. But, trading's not that serious, and it's just this thing that I go and I try and make money, and I don't really think I'm going to make it in trading, but it's fun, and but like that mentality and those words will never get you to the top of the hill. It just won't, right? So you just got to get serious. You don't even need to know all the setups. Facts. You really don't. Yeah, you really don't. I mean, remember in the beginning, I only traded breakout, onion, celery. That was it. That's it, bro. So just do what works best for you. Look at your data, and chances are there's one or two setups that are producing most of your money. Just stick with those. All right. So let's say it's the breakout, and the onion. All right. So who cares about the rest of them? If these are producing 90% of your profits, then focus on them, right? Don't worry about the fade. Don't worry about the inverted celery. Don't worry about the other stuff. Just focus on what's paying you.
Me too, bro. That's all I stick to right now. Onions, breakouts, inverted celeries, and celeries.
Yeah.
That's what works best for me. So that's what I stick with.
Have I doubted myself in the past? Of course. I think all of us come to some point where it's like, can we really do it? Nothing wrong with that, Nothing wrong with a challenge.
And what was the best thing for you to overcome that?
To overcome, like, doubt?
Like, yeah.
Well, I read books, I listened to people, I had mentors, I had seen that other people had done it, so I thought to myself, okay, maybe I could do it, because I came to a point where I started reading about average everyday people who were in way, way worse situations than I was in life, and they ended up going out and making things happen. So at that point I knew, okay, I can do this, I just have to muster up enough belief in myself and work this mission, you know? So again, I failed for 11 years in life. 11 years I failed and did nothing but fail. Or so I thought, right? Every failure comes with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit, right? So I hung on to that. I hung on to those promises and those scriptures, and I said, you know what? It doesn't matter, because all these adversities come with greater benefits. So maybe I don't see them now, but I'm expecting them down the road. I'm expecting them to show up any day now. And I just kept that hope, and kept my head down and kept working. And I knew if I didn't make it, I could hold my head high and say, hey, I gave it, you know, everything I had.
Yeah, man, that's the power of positive thinking right there. Like I said to Chow all the time, that's the best characteristic trait I've learned from Nick, was how well he could be positive through adversity and just in life in general, right? And all these guys, all these big guys talk about it, like from Bob Proctor, Earl Nightingale, Jim Rohn, like they all talk about you gotta be positive. You gotta be positive. Nicky said it too, like it's basically impossible to win in life if you can't be positive, right?
Yeah.
So the best way, and I learned from you and the other wise men, were to you have to train your mind to think more positively, like to perceive life more positively than negatively at time. And it can be hard when you grow up in an environment that is perceiving more things negatively than positively. So the best exercise to do is when negative thoughts come in, you got to turn them into positive beliefs, right? And with constant repetition and constant exercise in doing that, that's what's going to help you learn to train. That's what's going to help your mind to perceive things more positively than negatively just throughout life, right? So that's the best, I think, exercise to do. You know, life is the greatest teacher. So just applying these things right here in life right now is the best thing to do. Mm-hmm. That's it's going to help you overcome your doubt as well.
If you can get it done at a young age, oh man. Like yeah. Fortunately for me, I was so blessed. I've been so blessed in life. At basically from 10 to 20, it was just a mess, right? My life. But from 20, right, is where I really started to consider my future, and I'm super grateful, because most 20-year-olds aren't thinking about their future, right? They're just thinking about the now. And I don't know. For some reason, I was fortunate enough to come around a couple mentors, and you know, they just started pointing me in the right direction. They started redefining what cool was. You know, as a 20-year-old kid, I thought being cool was this. And then I seen these guys, young, fresh, clean entrepreneurs, driving nice cars, late 20s, talking about the future, talking about success. And my definition of cool changed over time, right? And I thought, man, I want to really be like these guys. They're 27, 28. My one boy, he was my mentor at the time. He bought a brand new Cadillac XTS, I think it was at the time, and he got a $50,000 bonus check from one of these e-commerce things that we were doing, and I was like, man, that's cool, right? That's what I think is cool now. And I just, again, the law and the power of association tends to level you up, right? A rising tide raises all ships. So I got around some rising tides. I got around some movers and shakers, and they ultimately helped me just via example, right? Just associating with these guys started to shift my entire mentality, and I realized, you know what, I could do this, right? These guys were just a couple years ahead of me in the game, and I figured if I'm 21 now and I listen to these guys, by the time I'm 30, I'll be in a really good situation. And I was in a good situation at 30, but you know, it took a lot of trial and error to get there, but you got to be willing to go through it. So the earlier you can get it done, the better, right? That goes for basically anything. But there is a quote, and it says, "The youth is wasted on the young." The youth is wasted on the young. So if you can take advantage of that youth, man, oh man, you'll put yourself in position to do some incredible things. What advice do you give people that fear taking high risk trades? Sometimes fear is there to help you. Yep. That's like saying, hey, what do you tell someone that's a little scared to walk into the lion's den? Probably listen to the fear. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes fear is there to help you. You just gotta, determine what it is that fear is trying to relate to you, right? So If it's fear of getting into high risky trades, then that's probably a good thing, right? If it's fear of staying out of like a perfectly good playbook setup, you know, then that's fear working against you. So, I mean, I never get into high risk setup, so I wouldn't recommend that to anyone really. Fresh top-down analysis.
Also, another thing, like,
same deal. There's really no new analysis at this point. We just did it at the 4-hour close.
another thing too, like the reason we see Nick just execute a system so effortlessly too, is because he has data that says he is a winner, right? He has data that says this system's a long-term winner, right? So that's why we say journal your trades, collect data, because that will create confidence in your trading, right? So when a setup shows up, you're not gonna be like, ah, man, I'm scared to put 1,000 on it. It's gonna be like, no, looking at the data here, I win 80% of the time over 50 to 100 trades, so I gotta put 1,000 on it now, right? So yeah, when you have that data, it makes things way easier. So it could be effortless. Data equals confidence. I know we did a webinar on this too in the clubhouse. So if you're in the clubhouse and haven't yet seen the webinar we did on journaling trades and how it creates confidence, I highly recommend you watch it.
Yep. Wow, that 4-hour candle did close pretty nasty, man. If it would have closed bullish, this would have been a lot easier here. But yeah, that's pretty much. I'm not interested in buys at all. Not at all. Unless we get structure and get up above 86, then I'm really not interested in longs at all here today. I'll probably keep my bearish bias and continue to look to sell in these ranges here. Round 1 and 2. Buys are not looking too good here. Any trades today? Yeah, 2 trades.
You already took 2 beautiful trades here today as well. So
3 trades really from Asian.
3 trades. So nasty 4-hour closure. No need to go back in.
My last 24 hours looked like this. So first trade was a loss. Basically, since I left you guys last, that was my first trade. I'm sorry. Entry was on the break of the low. Stops were kept above there. So I ended up getting in. And getting just stopped out right on that candle as it moved up. So first loss since I left you guys yesterday. Actually, didn't we take one at 10 yesterday? I think we might have, but this was one of the loss in Asian. Then that's it. Went to bed, let the markets do their thing, woke back up, seen this celery play at 7:30 a.m. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that. That one hit basically full TP. All right, looks something like this, and closed up full right around here. So that was my second trade. So first trade, inverted celery on the 30-minute time frame, or onion, I should say, on the 30. Second trade was 15-minute celery up here. This one right here, break of the lows, and then the third trade was this guy right here. Yeah, breakout. Something like that, right? Yeah, something like this. So yeah, 3 trades really in the last 24 hours. Actually 4. Where was that New York one? Where was the other one? Let me get it over here. I got a screenshot. Where was it? Oh yeah, it was celery play too. Yeah, this was in New York. This was, what time was this? This was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So a little while after we were on the stream. I think about 3 hours later, took this guy right here. So another celery play. Yeah, closed 80% right here. And that was that. That was that. So I was around 1 o'clock yesterday. And then that Asian session and the pre-New York and then the New York one.
Nice, man. Good trades.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I didn't get it all back on my funded account, but live account we got it all back plus a little some.
And you're only down like 300 too. So.
Yeah, only 300. I think I was down 1,000 from last night's trade, so I made about 700 back.
Nice.
Is Magnus muted? No, he's back. Give him some sauce here today, Magnus. They want to hear a Viking gem, I think. A Viking gem. What do you got? You got any advice for these guys? They're hanging out. They're having fun.
I'm kidding. Just wait for the next best trade, man. That's it.
To be honest, there's so much wisdom in that. Believe it or not.
Literally.
I know some of you guys like, but like, did you wait for the next best trade? Right? Did you get the next best playbook set up? So it's like, there's so much wisdom there. Just literally wait for the next best trade. It's crazy. Is Scott here? Where's Scott? Anytime people ask me for advice from literally 2022, I've been saying the same thing. Brother, show up, look for the next best trade. Like, it is that simple. Or it could be that simple. But, you know, people like to make things complicated, myself included.
We overcomplicate it, man. Yep. We tend to think that we get rewarded by doing complex things and all that, but it's really more simple than we probably think.
It is. It is. Everything is. Because if you talk to a pro, they'll tell you, hey, you know, you're doing a little too much there. You take a little off there. Like, even the golf swing in general, like it's an easy swing. It's just hard to get to the point where it's easy. Same thing with driving, you know. You first start driving, you get in the car, you got to remember to put your seatbelt on. You got to remember to have two hands on the wheel. You got to remember to, you know, put the brake first and then the shift the gear. If you don't put the clutch or the brake, then the gear won't shift, you know. So you got to make sure that's done first, and then this, and then when you're reversing, you got to look at your mirrors, right? You got to check everything out. But then eventually it just becomes second nature. Eventually you do all that and don't even think about it. Right? But in the beginning, you have to think about some of those basics, right? To get the muscle memory in place. But once the muscle memory is in play, now you can start focusing on doing things at a higher level, you know? So it takes time, but again, once you push through and you got it, that's where things begin to, you know, start clicking for you.
So true, man. It's just sticking to the basics. I mean, it's the same thing with everything else. Like, let's take the fitness industry, for example. Everyone looks for, like, the secret or, you know, the Ozempic or those pills or that thing that they could just take to, like, burn fat or whatever. But it's like, it's just sticking to the basics. It's eating clean and go to the gym or just do something. Like, that's really it. That's the fundamental things, the basics, kind of. But most people try to skip that so they can just do something else or try to find a new strategy where they can just, like, get this indicator that they could work with so they just don't have to do the basics.
Yeah, man. Yep. There's no secret, man. There's no secret. No secret.
Basics and compound effect will take you very, very far. I mean, yeah.
Yep, and like we talked about earlier, you gotta at least believe you can do it. You know? So again, what helped me believe? I've seen other people, I read books, you know, I read all these stories about people who were successful or became successful, and you know, I just knew we can do it from there. The great teacher taught us the secret anyway, time and time again. You guys have listened to The Strangest Secret, right?
Oh, just a couple times.
Yeah. I mean,
like almost like, 2 years straight, like every time I was in my car. But other than that, yeah.
He said, according to your faith, let it be done unto you.
Unto you.
So if you don't even believe that you can do this, you're not even at the start. You can learn all the technicals you want. So you got to build that belief. Got to build it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and do the work. Faith without works is what?
Dead.
Faith without works. Imagine that.
Damn.
If a candle closes below...
Car.
No, we can't. If we close below support, are we looking for sells or is it too overextended? Yeah, we'll have to see. I think we got the 1 hour closure coming too, right? Along with the 30. So we'll see about that. What time is it? 10:30? What's going on here today? Oh, today's the 22nd. It's Earth Strong Day. There you go.
Oh, bro.
I think it's a good day to go outside barefoot. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Every day. Dudes are just gonna go outside then walk because it's Earth Day, I guess.
Yeah, why not? How do we deal with overextended breakouts? You wait for market structure. So the way I like to take them is if it's like, if the volume is like really there and you have a higher time frame, higher low, right? Kind of sitting to the left and your entry is right around the break of that, then I think those are probably the best overextended breakouts to take. If there's none of that, then I would just avoid it and wait for a pullback.
Bro, today's trade was the perfect example of why don't take an overextended breakout and wait for a valid breakout, which, Nick, if you just kind of look at the trade today, so like Nick's celery play, right, that was beautiful. He caught at the top, right? Anything at the bottom, if we would have closed below that support off that trading candle he took, right, on that celery play, if you would have closed below that support, it would have been overextended, right?
Yep.
And you don't want to sell anyways down there. So what do we got to do? We got to wait for a pullback, then we got to wait for a fresh resistance, right? In this case, it was a ranging market, so we want to see a breakout. But this breakout play is off a fresh resistance rather than being, you know, far from a resistance, right? And that's why we took that breakout, and that's why it was valid.
Yeah.
So today was a perfect
And
example.
that's also why the 30-minute breakout right here didn't work. So if you remember, there was a 30 breakout right here. See that one? That was just a little too overextended. Plus, if you would have went down, the 15-minute would have gave you all the signs, right? Support here, no bottom wick there. You got to wait for the pullback at that point.
Yep. Yes, sir.
This is good, though. This is the exact move we anticipated. We took advantage of it 2 or 3 times, and yeah, look at that daily candle now. Straight back down. Hug some trees today? All right, will do, will do. Every day, every day. Hey, just give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
I just, my man, how was the gym today, bro?
I haven't been yet, man. I'm going now after this.
Nice, brother, nice. Yeah, me too,
Yeah.
me too. So
Yeah,
we'll get
chest
that
day.
working. Yes, sir. We'll get it in. Me
Yes,
too.
sir.
Pull day.
Oh, pull?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Push.
Yeah, nice. Nice, man. Same here.
Let's get it.
About to go get a massive pump.
Yes, bro. That's what we need after a session. You know, a session filled with patience and discipline. You need a nice little gym pump after that. And go
Yeah.
go crazy on lifting some weights.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah, NK Capital, like in this case scenario, like with the breakout, like it made sense for us to sell that resistance below that support just because of the market trend we were in, right? Which was range. It was kind of like a range. So, you know, that's why we want to see the candle close below support, but also be off of a fresh resistance rather than away from it. If that makes sense, right? So the way the trend has a lot to do with it currently. Right? Always remember this. Ranging markets, we look for breakouts. Trending markets, we look for onions and inverted celeries. Right? Just make sure that your breakouts are all fresh support and resistances as well, and then you'll be good.
Are we in the cells yet? Nah, we got in these cells. Yeah, so we're still waiting our next turn. Took profit at support. Price pulled back. Still waiting on our turn here now.
Yeah, I'm not sure why
What's
Tom
up?
Hoggard said be scared of losing. I'm thinking maybe he said that, you know, for us to not enter bad trades. Like, be scared of losing money in these markets, right? Meaning, be afraid of not following a profitable system, right? Because if you're not going to follow a profitable system or an edge, then it's going to get scary quickly because the markets will take everything you got, unfortunately.
Everything.
So that's probably what he meant.
Who that? You know them guys?
So if there's anything to be afraid of in trading, be afraid of not having a profitable system to follow.
What'd you say? It's hot. Yep. It's hot.
Mr. Kingman.
Kingman in the building. Yep, my keys. Can I show the trade that was a loss? Yeah, no problem. It was this one over here. So the trade was like this. Yeah, that was it right there. So that was an Asian last night. Yep. Looking at it now, candle never closed below. All right, if you really mark that up, never closed below. Nope, don't touch that. Hence why we did not take this 15-minute candle right here, because we had this range marked off right there, and that candle never closed below. So imagine how foolish I would have been to take a loss with the same mistake. All right, one after another there. So I'm happy with staying out.
Yeah, right back at
it.
entry, bro, on that Asian trade.
I know. Look at that. We would have been impressed. See, just let it do its thing for a little bit.
Damn. Anyone hold that?
Anyone hold?
Some people definitely did. All the
Look
way
at
to
that.
London and
See,
New York.
it was a profitable trade.
Savage.
It was a profitable trade.
That right there is a swing trade.
Easy.
Intraday trading.
Easy swing trade, right, Kingston?
Yep.
Tell them everything you learned about life up until this point. Let it go. Let it rip. Tell them all that blah, 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 blah stuff. Or at least say hi to Uncle John if you're going to be up here. See him? He just wants my keys. I got the keys. What is it?
The
Tell
Porsche
him
keys?
what it is. Tell
I
him.
must take it for a ride.
Bro. Yeah.
He's got the key. He's got the AMG keys. He got the keys to the AMG. Porsche keys, I can't let them out of my sight anymore. You guys remember I lost my keys that one time?
Nah, bro. That was too wild.
That was crazy. All right, little G. Have a nice morning. See you later, little man. Yeah, my IG is it's just my first and last name. Yeah. Instagram. Okay, King Man, go. Yep, there you go. Yeah, IG is right here. That's my Instagram. What's up, Barneys? There he is. How you doing? Yeah, it was a winning trade. All you had to do was hold it overnight through the Asian, London, and New York session, and you would have took the W.
It was basically a win, bro.
One pick.
Nah.
Do I recommend Apex? They're okay. Yeah, they're okay. We got a discount code with them. I would probably say I'd probably lean more towards top one futures. But Apex is good because, again, there's pros and cons. Like with Apex, you can stack so many accounts. You can get accounts a little bit cheaper. So, yeah, I would look at either top one or Apex and see which one you like better. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's time for a sell. You think so?
We're not overextended at all, so...
It's time
bro.
to sell.
I'm
Let's see that 1 hour.
To enter the markets.
1 hour still
TTS.
got 15 minutes left on it. 30 minutes still has 15 minutes left on it as well with no top wick. So it might be time to sell, but not my time.
Definitely not.
What would be nice though is if you do get a 1 hour 30 closure below the range here, like this, and then you get the pack. Some sort of a pack run to pop up, break the high real quick, and then sell stops right there. Little sell stops. Yeah, you got a new hour candle coming up here, so. Tradeify is pretty good too. Some of the guys here use it. The only discount codes that we have are Tradeify, Apex, and Top One Futures. So yeah, I think some of the guys use Tradeify. Yeah, pack run would be great. little 30 closure. That's probably the only trade I get involved in here. The remainder of the day is a nice 30 closure below, 1 hour closure below with a pack runner. Trading these days, that's hilarious. Yo, inside trading, that would be epic. Hey, is the straight open? Yeah, okay. Is the straight closed? Okay, perfect. He said, I now base my entry depends on ships, not candles. That's hilarious, actually. That's probably what Barron Trump's doing right now, right? Yeah.
So funny, man.
He's just hanging out there in a helicopter. I want you to keep me right above the straight. Don't move this helicopter. Right above. Way overextended for sells. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Lacotes? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we need a little bit of a pack. Something like that.
NY Open, man. Did the job for us here today.
Yeah, it did. I'm sitting pretty. I'm sitting at 4,000 in profit on the live account. So that was my main concern today, which was, just trading that well and two trades. I really sized up. I went much larger here on that 15-minute pre-New York sell. It was a good trade.
Very good.
It was like almost 80 pips. So basically got like 8,000 back on that.
Lovely, man. Great job.
Yes, sir.
See, losses are building the system, but so are those wins. More
Yep.
times than not, right? So we made those losses right back.
Yeah. 8,000 there for about 40. That got me just about break even, and then about 40, got like what, almost 50 pips here. And that 50 pips was my profits on the day. So lost some pips here, gained them back here, and then went into profit here on the day. So we'll sit about $4,200 in profit.
That is absolutely amazing.
Trade by trade, right? Simple. Trade by trade. Didn't
That's
try
my
and
mindset
force
on
it.
right now. The next best trade.
Yes. Hey, give me 1 second again.
In Asian session. Yes. Yo, we need Baron on the team, right? For real, Daniel. We need him. That's a important player. What about 15 celery? It's overextended now, like this is what we're talking about, like wait for fresh resistance, right? Wait for fresh structure. Don't take the overextended entries. Wait for a resistance support entry that gives you a new shot at having a bigger move going about. So yeah, I think right now it's best to wait for a pullback. Either a support or a new resistance would be best. Yo, peace out, Jay Coop. Have a good day, man.
Sorry, see you, J. Coop. See ya.
Peace.
See if this candle even close below here.
Man,
All right.
see Melly left his clubs here at my house. So I guess we're going to have another tournament at some point next week or the week after. Unbelievable.
Damn.
Unbelievable, C. Melly. You're going to make me play golf now another 2 days in a row? What a friend. What kind of friend is that?
Yeah.
I told Anna, I said, would you believe the guy left his clubs here? And now I got to go play golf again with him again next week? I mean, so inconsiderate, isn't it?
BS, bro.
Definitely an accident, right?
Honey, yo, C. Melly, that
C. Melly.
video you sent me on Instagram was hilarious. The guy was like talking to his buddy, booking a tea time, but they were doing it in like code, like as if they worked at the same company and stuff. Yo, it was so funny.
I seen that. That was so funny, bro.
Epic. C. Melly, man, C. Melly. I think John said he was going to use your clubs tomorrow.
Yeah, see Melly, I mean, I might as well, man.
It'd be like
They're
Mike.
there.
Like C. Melly, all of a sudden he's just dropping dimes on the green. They just stay there. Pop right there.
Yeah.
How come when I hit the green, it hits the green and rolls off like 19 feet? C. Melly hits the green, it just stops right there. Just boom. Like, how do we do that? 15 celery would be clean. Yeah, 30-minute little pack runner. 15 celery. Yep, wouldn't be bad here. Yeah, celery would basically, in a way, give us the opportunity to not have this overextended anymore. So that's what the celery could do for us. You break them, you buy them, bro. I think John's just going to stand over them. Give me the powers. Give me the powers.
He's gonna take the power from them. Not even gonna use them.
All right, baby, this is it. It's my last shot here. I'm
Same
open
here.
for one more trade. So let's wait this 8 minutes out. See what we can get on that next candle. And if we can get it, we'll sell down into the bottom of the range. If not, we'll call it a day and maybe just hit the driving range.
Bro, every time you say driving range, I'm thinking of like race car, I
Guns.
don't know.
Oh, cars.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like taking the Porsche out or something.
NASCAR track. Hit down on the ball to create the backspin. Got it. Only if it was that easy. Just chop it in half, right? Just chop it. Could the buys be in play? They could be. They could be. Yep. So the thing is, the 4-hour candle is very unpredictable here. Like, you see the closure? So really weird closure. Nothing too strong. Actually a bit of a rejection from the downside. So it makes it difficult. It really does. So yeah, I think if you can close probably back above, that was the plan from earlier. If you can close back above, like with this fake out, then yeah, I think the buys be okay.
So,
Yeah, I'm only interested in buys down here. Anything above this, no bueno. Like closure above here, no way. Closure above here, no way. Closure above here, yes. But again, got to create that structure first and do it like that. All times hot, yeah, on NQ. Yeah, NQ's gone. I mean, just look at the daily. Look at that daily. Was anybody taking that bearish candle serious? I doubt it. I doubt that. Wow. No bottom wick. Just ton of bullish volume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 2 bearish candles over the last 16 days. Wild. You talk about guns? What kind of balls am I using? I'm using tailor-made, super soft. I think they are. No, Callaways. Yeah, Callaway super soft. Long distance down the fairway. Long distance down the fairway. I'm using like a rookie 6-iron. But I'm sure most people would use like a 3-wood or a 5-wood or something. Yeah. Hey, no, those are the ones that C. Melly uses. Yeah. I will use them. I think the last couple times I didn't see them available. The Pro V ones is funny. I've seen somebody say, you know, the guy's either extremely good at golf or he's super rich and just doesn't care about golf balls. So it's one or the other. If you see someone playing with those, it's just one or the other. Probably trash. Just got a whole bunch of money. All right, back to gold. Let's wait on this last closure, and then if nothing, then I guess I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Nothing on the 15 yet. Might be setting up for the celery play.
Looks good for the celery.
Yeah,
Chat, what'd you guys do today? Did you guys take any other trades? If you guys took the 15 one according to GC, it wasn't too bad, the one over here. But that was it for me. Just the celery and the one that we took together. Did you guys take anything else? John Magnus, probably not, right?
No.
Just that trade at 845.
845.
Yep, that beautiful
Nice.
breakout.
Something light. Little breakout. What'd you? Is chat even here anymore? What, hold on. What's going on here? Are we still live?
Right here.
Let me double check. I gotta open up
Another
my-
one sharing screen again.
Somebody else sharing the screen? Oh, okay. Yeah, there they are.
Who's
Oh, okay,
next?
cool. I thought you guys fell asleep or something.
I
I thought we turned off YouTuber for a second.
So funny.
All right, cool.
Chat,
All
make
right,
sure, if you're been sitting, go for a walk after this. Stretch those legs out.
Go get some Pro V1s. Another ball in the woods, aka another $12. Oh, great. Hey, one thing I did do is graduate from the recycled balls. I'll be honest, when I first started golfing, I would buy the 45 pack of those recycled balls, and I'd lose them all. Pretty much. Now, I think I lose maybe like five or six around, depending on the course. One, two, three.
Oh.
Engineer 14, you got anything for us today? Anything else? Yeah.
Next trade.
That was so funny, man.
Took a non-playbook
glad
setup
to see
that
that.
blew 3 combines. Hey, at least you're willing to admit it.
Yeah, true.
Makes sense.
But, it's good. The more you go against, like, the more you work with the playbook and then work against it, the more you can see how, like, you should just stick to it. So that's what happened to me a lot, too, in the very beginning. I'd take all the wins, a couple wins, couple losses with the playbook, but outside of it, I took all losses. And I'd be like, why am I giving back my money? Because, again, a lot of traders know how to make the money. It's just they can't keep it. So they end up, making it, but then giving it right back to the market. So, yeah, you got to stay away from them non-playbook. I mean, again, I hate to be like, yo, this is the only way to be a good trader is to trade my the playbook. When I say playbook, I mean like your profitable system. Your playbook, right? Whatever your playbook is that leads to those good results, you got to stick to that. Doesn't matter if it's a moving average, Fibonacci, blah, 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 blah. Like if it's not the same as mine, either way, you got to stick with it. And you don't want to have that system and then come in here and trade my system just because I'm calling the trade. That really won't help you either. 15-minute sells are possible. Yeah, if you get the closure below, you'll get a 30 close. But the thing is, I need this pack runner. So I need price to come up and break the high because we have no wick on the top yet. So I need that first, and then I'll set a sell stop on the break of the low. Boom. Uh, 15-minute, yeah. The 30's closing too here, so we'll get the 30 closure and the 15. 15's got the celery, almost. 30's got the breakout, but we need that pack runner. We're gonna need it here. Took some partials here, still holding. Let's take a look. Okay, cool. Yeah, it closed below on the GC chart, so that was not bad. All right, we got 1 hour closure. We got 30 closures. Everything looks good, but again, we need a good 1 hour top wick. So if we're talking about a good 1 hour top wick, we're talking about a pack runner on the 30 here, right? Because The best 1 hour top wick would be this, right? To come up, test that area right there. Boom, test there, and then drive down. So if we do test there, that will also give us our 30-minute pack runner, right? And then we can be very confident in these sells.
Yes, sir. Looks good.
Where would the stop loss be? Basically above the pack runner. So that's the main reason we need it, right? Is to have a good stop loss here. Because other than that, like if we keep current candle stops or something, we can get stopped out so easily. Anywhere in between here, as this candle could push straight through there, grab the highs, and then, you know, start to make its way down. Yeah, the pack runner is just when a candle doesn't have in this case a bearish candle doesn't have a top wick on it. A lot of times what'll happen is the next candle will come up, give that candle a top wick, and then when it breaks its lows again, that's the opportunity to start selling. Yep.
Yes, sir, man. I'm about to go here, but happy trading to you all.
All right, brother.
If anything happens
Enjoy the day.
here, I'm
Have
gonna
fun
be
in that
charged
workout.
a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, gotta work out now. It's getting late here.
Enjoy the workout. What time is it again over there?
It's 5 p.m.
Damn.
Yeah, so before dinner here, I gotta work
Wow.
out.
It's only 11
Yeah,
a.m.
good day,
here.
bro.
What the hecky?
Yeah, I know, right? It's tripping. Yeah,
Crazy.
insane. But yeah, have
yeah,
an awesome
enjoy
day,
it, brother.
everyone.
Yes, sir. Is
Rest of
it
the
dark
day,
out
and
there
I'll see
already?
y'all London and
I
New York.
still see some light coming from that window over there.
Yeah, it's there's like light here now, like a little
Okay.
bit of sun. If it's not blocked here, until like 9. No.
No way. 9 p.m.?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Bro, it's
Wild.
summer.
Wild. I don't know, man. It's
Wow.
yeah.
All right,
Sometimes
well,
it's like at 10. Then when we get like 1 month from here.
What the hecky? What's going on in Denmark?
Yeah.
Is it always like that?
Sounds good.
Bro, yeah, in the summertime, yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
It's
Sun doesn't
wild.
set till later, man.
Yeah, we actually had some sun here today too, so that was nice.
All right, get out and get some sun, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotta
Okay,
hit
bro.
that workout now.
Enjoy.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having us here or having me here.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Maybe we'll
Have
see
a
you in
great day,
Asia.
all. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
See ya.
I'll see you. Have a great day.
Later. Will we see him in Asia tonight? We'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know. Sunsets at 11 p.m. Whoa, I did not know that. Really?
What?
In Paris. Damn.
Alright, looks like we're not going to bed till 11 p.m.
I feel like the sunset in the summertime over here is probably like 9:30 maybe? 9:30 p.m.? 9?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Uh,
what it is.
correct. Yeah, a steep top wick because it's a bit overextended. Yes, absolutely. Like a move has already been made. So without some sort of a pullback or even like a pack runner here, it's very tough, right? I would rather let the continued move go without me than to get started down here, right? Unless we get some of those little features that we want. Oh, only during peak summer. So what, like a week, 2 weeks maybe? Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
It's pretty cool, actually.
It is cool. Lucas, gonna get up for the next Asian session? All right, all right.
Yes, sir. Lucas, the killer. That man will be
Killer.
there grinding in every session.
Oh, Cali, baby. Oh, Cali.
Cali.
Remember the name.
Sir.
15-minute,
That's that
30-minute
1 a.m.
breakout. Yeah, but we're going to wait for the pack runner. Pack runner. Yes, it is a breakout, though, David. What could I do for you, son? Huh? You want to bring
Yes,
that back
sir,
to mommy?
Cali. We know how that Irish blood be doing.
Go bring it back. Bring it back to mommy. There you go. Don't spill, okay? Good job.
The Irish blood got our money doubling.
Dublin.
You know it. Shout
Irish
out
in my blood. Got that money.
shout out my
Dublin.
Irish people here.
Yeah.
We doubled our money here today, Nick. Again.
Yeah, I'm a little salty. I didn't get it all
Multiply
back
it.
on my funded account, so I'm trying to battle back there, but it's okay. It's okay. We're still in profits here. We're doing well.
Live.
So everything good,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, on what matters most, that live account.
Yeah, live ski. We took it straight back. We took it all back.
Stole it, bro. You stole that from the markets.
Stole that. What time frame are you using? All of them. Daily 4 hour, 1 hour, 30, and 15. Daily 4 hour for direction, 1 hour, 30, 15 for setups and entries. Yeah. I use them all. I correlate them all.
Let's go at Dean. 3 a.m. there? Sheesh, let's go 3 a.m. club in the house.
3 a.m.
That's what's up. We got killers here, man.
Let's go. Big dubs.
We got people that don't make excuses here in the clubhouse. They're up. They're after it. They're getting better.
When I was trading in London every night, I would say, you know what? We're up here. We're up right now like we're broke, and everybody else sleeping like they rich. We're up like we're broke, and they're sleeping like they're rich. That's why we're separating ourselves.
Yeah, bro, literally. There's no other way you could be sleeping so peacefully, you know? You must already be pretty rich.
Silver? Silver, oh my gosh. So you did get the 1 hour closure, not really below, so it makes it a little difficult. 4 hour did close bullish here. So yeah, I think the buys are still pretty valid above, above like 78, 210. Yeah, same as before. It's pretty choppy though for the most part. But 4 hour did close bullish, so we will be flipping bullish at 78, 210, what I kind of talked about there. So if you get any closures above it, especially on like a 1 hour or a 30-minute chart, then you'll likely fill the range there. So yeah, unless you get like a nice closure. Did you get it on the 15? Yeah, it would have had to be better than that. So if that candle would have been flipped upside down, meaning like instead of having a steep top wick and a small lower wick, it had a steep lower wick and a small top wick. That would have been good to take a buy from there, anticipating the 4 hour candle to run up. But because you couldn't get that, I would wait for the closures above on like the 1 hour or 30 minutes.
Bro, that sell would have been super nice. I mean, it looks pretty clean on the 30-minute, but the 15-minute had no bottom wick, but that was a good sell opportunity.
This one here, yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, man. I think that's going to be something we learn with silver potentially, is the wicks aren't going to be as steep potentially. But we'll see.
For sure.
I feel like I've been seeing that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it a little bit.
We'll have to watch it and learn it. Go from there.
Do I have a playbook and PDF version? Yeah, I think it's in the free Discord. It's also going to be in the... it's also in the clubhouse. Plus, I got something very cool coming to the clubhouse. Very, very cool. I'll probably do it in webinar form, but man, one of our guys been working on something in the back end that's going to help you guys out a lot. I'll probably do this. It'll probably have to be like a 2 to 3 day boot camp / webinar. But look at this. I got healthy versus non-healthy candles, candle structure. It's super little examples. We're gonna run through this in a big webinar or boot camp or something.
That's nice.
But I got some. This is all coming into the clubhouse very, very soon. Yeah, it's incredible. It really is. So much time was put into this. So everything you need to know and visuals and whatnot are all gonna be up there for you. Yeah. How to perform top-down analysis. I mean, it's super duper detailed. So. How to follow and understand support and resistance levels. It's unbelievable. So, coming soon, my friends. Coming soon. Shout out to the boy Elk. Yeah. So fire. Higher time frame, lower time frame correlations. This is a little sneak peek. Liquidity. Understanding direction. The playbook. Entries. Yep. Yeah, this is a little. Too much. That's too much. That's too much.
Bro. Man,
Too much,
man
too
did
much.
He took his notes, man. Shout
Current
out.
candle versus previous candle. Previous candle, current candle. No, that's too much. Too much. Breakout. That's too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. Let me go back. Let me
Wait,
go back.
A breakout? We didn't even get to B, C, D, E. Oh, damn, man.
Everyone on chat gonna rewind that. Start to slow it down. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
that's a little sneak peek.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, Elk is a little sneak peek. Yep. I think this is going to help a lot of traders out. A lot of traders want a nice visual too. So imagine you have like all the webinars just kind of visual, like wrapped into one visual. take screenshots right now.
So much. Yeah.
Pause the YouTube. Yeah, I'm considering doing a big like 2 to 3 day boot camp, kind of like the ones that we've done in the past. So that way other people can also kind of, watch it and get the information once, and then I'll tuck it up and hide it in the clubhouse moving forward.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Clubhouse, we got you.
Screenshot. If I join the clubhouse, do I get access to that doc? Yes. Yeah, it's not up right now, but we're gonna be putting it up. You'll get access mainly to everything that we have up there now, which is all the webinars, all the course material, and all that good stuff. Yeah.
And the live streams as well as trade recaps too. Daily trade recaps.
Yes, sir. Yeah, when you join the clubhouse, not only do you get like the live streams and all that, but you'll get access to like, here's the PDF that we were talking about, right? The playbook PDF. You'll get access to all the webinars, all the course material, basically everything. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah, so you get access to all this stuff. Trading course, which is a ton of material in. This is a full course that I went and did. Did this probably about almost a year ago now. So it's definitely due for some upgrades. But you'll get all the replays to the New York sessions, all the London session replays if you guys missed them. We got Asian session here as well. Sunday or Saturday webinars, which there's a ton of those in here. These are all an hour plus of us just talking our talk. Trade reviews, little tips and tricks and all that stuff too. So every trade we take on the live, there's a 1 minute, 2 minute breakdown that Johnny Gems does and just clears everything up for you. Yeah, there's a lot of pre-recorded like material in the clubhouse outside of the live stream. So that's extremely helpful, especially as a beginner. Let's see Goldie. Goldie, still no pack runner here.
Yep.
Still no pack. Trade reviews are only in the clubhouse. Yeah, they're quick too. They're like, so sometimes we do trade reviews like for a full 1 hour webinar. We'll do like all the trade reviews based off of like last week or last month. But at the same time, every day we do take a trade on stream. We upload a 2-minute video that just explains the trade and, gives everyone a little bit more context if they missed it.
More in-depth explanation. A more in-depth breakdown, basically.
Yeah.
I sit down with you and actually talk about the trade.
Yep. I'm struggling in my freelancing. Okay. I want to become a full-time trader, learning for 4 years, scared to jump in. How do I get capital? Appreciate the 2 cents. Sales. If you could do sales, if you're good at sales, then, you can run up some money fairly quickly. Find a product that you like and that you enjoy and that you can actually feel comfortable selling and, get into it. So whatever you're freelancing with, I would try and make it a popular, high demand thing, so try and use your sales skills and try and, basically what I would do is I would look for products that people need, want to have and continue to use over and over. So it's not getting in the way of their shopping, right? They're shopping for that stuff anyway. And those are the type of things that you can sell fairly quickly, like with an e-commerce store or anything like that. But other tip is don't be scared to jump in, It's like saying, hey, I really want to learn how to swim, but I'm just scared to jump in the water. You know, so there's only so much I can tell you, right? Until you start jumping in and, you know, feeling that water out for yourself. Passed my first combine thanks to you. Let's go, Mooney. Thanks to you, not me. Yeah, I'm just here. You're here with an intent. You're here to learn. You're here to grow. So that's all thanks to you. Yeah, good job. Did we get the pack? We did not get the pack. We need to. I want this 30-minute pack. Yeah. So if this drives, I don't even care.
Yeah, bro. I think I'm gonna head out here, go to the gym. Beautiful session here today. Really nice. Great cells. Took those cells as well. So finishing green here. Gonna call it now and head to the gym now. So
got the loss back from Asian. Lovely.
Yeah, I didn't take that.
Hey, just say yeah. Just say yeah. I got the loss back. I didn't take it, man. That was such a crappy trade. I stayed out of it. Just tell the chat. Yeah, I got the loss back.
I got the loss back. Let's go. We always get those losses back. It's never a stress.
Get it back. Yeah,
man. Good.
All right.
Still a good trade.
I think I'm done here too. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, not much happening. We're just gonna move down. We don't really have much volume at the moment either. So. Yeah, 2 for 3 over the last 24 hours. We'll take that, or actually 3 for 4. Yeah, over the last 24 hours. So we'll take those, and we'll move on to Asian session tonight. What's wrong with that guy, Green?
Well done. Hey,
well
to
done.
be fair though, I didn't take the pre-New York cell, so
all right,
I wasn't at the desk for that. So I mean,
just the 7:45
day,
or 8:45.
We were both even here today at 8:45. So
all right, lovely. Okay. All righty, my friends.
You're the man, bro.
You're the man. I'll see you later, right?
Thank you. See you later, bro. Chat, God bless y'all.
Okay,
Peace out.
Chat, have a wonderful day. It was a great time being here with you guys today. Good trade earlier on at 7:45. If you took that, great job. You should be profitable on the day for the most part. And now we just move on to the very next session, right? Look for pullbacks if you want to continue on with these sells. A little pullback would be helpful here before taking the sells. If you do get a fake out back above 56, especially after breaking that low, then there's a high chance that price may fake out and move back up towards the top of the range, doing something like this, right? Kind of closure above and then moving back up here. So that's what I would look for when it comes to the buys. Closures back above 47.56. And then in terms of the sells, right, I wouldn't really take them here. I'd probably wait for some bullish candles to remain below the range and then look to take the shorts after that. So whether it's on a resistance that looks something like this, right, or a breakout that looks something like this, I think either one will work. You got more clean range to continue down into 47.35, and that would probably be the only other idea I'd be open to. But I'm done trading for the day. You won't even see me take any post New York session trades. I'm done. It's been a wild last couple trades there. We got all of it back, so I will finish myself up here and just get ready for Asian tonight. All right, my friends. Cool. Don't do anything crazy. Don't over risk. Don't over trade. I've enjoyed my time here with you today. I really do hope and pray that it had blessed you in some way, shape, or form, that you got something out of today's session. And if it did happen, I'm a happy camper. So love y'all. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy it, and I will see you guys on the very next session. Clubhouse, see you in Asian. If you're not in the Clubhouse yet and you want to learn how to get results like I do, tap in, my friends. If not, I'll see you back in New York. Peace, my friends. Adios, amigos. Later, gators.
Couple kids nowadays and I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000. I wasn't bored enough. Yeah. I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the 4 of us. Knock, say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check. Everything I do is to a T. And only other Connor hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really want for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. 1 time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays and I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah. I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home just now. Wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather. Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Hey, reservations for 20 at Coast Show. Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they frozen. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision. That's what happens when you trust the vision, but keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it, and don't get caught up in the talking in the public opinion. Yeah, I had different functions cause I'm functioning different. Hey, one time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Hey, local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please do not be counting me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us.
Hey. All I do is
make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made 2. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make 2.
When I'm sliding on the beat, they like, who is that? Coin flipper, way that I be turning heads. Side stage, stomach turning, I'm a nervous wreck. Till I heard the fans and the kick, pull the curtain back. Wow, big wig, I don't need a hairpiece. Big dog, no leash, they know I'm a rare breed. Big shoes, can't fill them, this a rare feat. Big price, no sale, but I'm still carefree. Yeah, sweet 16s for the diabetics. Any era, I don't care, I'm the guy to get it. If it's 1842, then I'm a violinist. Still the illest, go ahead, check the hieroglyphics. Yeah, said it's impossible, huh?
Possible.
Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can.
Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made 2. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make 2. Big hitter, baby, I'm in the 4th spot. Been in this position, ain't a shortstop. Every song gold, my catalog up at Fort Knox. Thinking they can get in on this, baby, of course
They
not.
don't even know what it takes, it's a lethal dose. Make it look easy, think they got it, they ain't even close. Play Nintendo in Japan, baby, we remote. Paling in comparison, they looking like they seen a ghost. Yeah, Kanye went exactly how we plotted, there was not a twist. Saw exactly what we wanted and we got it ish. That's why we scratching off everything that's on the list. Listen, not a bit. Said it's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can.
Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made 2. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make 2.
A2000 EST. OCOEE. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog. Ay, birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' rock forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom, why you simping, for real? Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking. Hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of that way. way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision and you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull up to the Rego. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Way different. Same book, but the pay's different. The pay's different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turning signal on, so they see me coming. They still can't see me coming. Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Hey, I plug in the microphone and there you hear that click. Click, 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 click. It's a hit. Hey, way it hit them like, whoa, man. Hey, make them do the uh-oh, man. Hey, how you just came up with whoa, man. Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the price, ain't have no escape plan. Yeah, no plan. Yeah, no plan. Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Ayy, set the bar high, he the code, so I scanned it. Ayy, we saving souls on the campus. Ayy, but this ain't no religion, we ain't following your antics. Ayy, thank you, Lord, I sit like a praying mantis. Enemy just tryna see me sink Titanic. Never out, but I'm outlanded. Even when I'm out, soon as I land. Back to the beach, back to the sand. Is back to the... Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above.